Good evening, one and all. It is Sunday, it's the end of the week. It is absolutely sweltering, but all the same, it's time for some more good old Warframe. Welcome in, hope you're doing well where you are around the world. I just realised I've actually left the camera in the wrong spot. Let's fix that. I'm over here again now. Much better. And, oh, hello.
Hype.
Hype? Yep. Indeed. Thank you very much there, Clown TV of the Three Variety. Drop your sub once again here, up onto 2 months of support on the channel. Much appreciated. Cheers on that. And indeed, welcome in everybody. Yes, I had to look through my arsenal moments after signing in because I had a coup village pop up and gloat that they were still alive. And that reminded me, I can fix that. And so having a look at this lich, 58% Kuvashaka, 58% Kuvashaka. I should probably get around to grabbing that, shouldn't I? 58%, especially considering that I do currently have a Kuvashaka that is 36.9%. So even if it turns out that 58% is actually 57.9, which, I mean, you know, that can happen. That can happen. Even if it turns out that that is the case, I will still be able to valence it into a full 60. So, no matter what, that one will be the end of the line for the Kuvashaka line. But that does require a little bit of murder, doesn't it? And so that we will attend to today. I have already got some bits and pieces equipped. We know that Farce is in there somewhere, but it's not the second Requiem, I think is what that means. So it's in the first slot, all in the second, and just a hopeful Krarin in the third. You never know what might happen there. Yeah. From Rex Wreckage, hello, got your email, was on vacation. Absolutely, yes. Rex Wreckage, send me an in-game message right this moment. Let's get you sorted out, absolutely. Before we go diving into dealing with Cuba Liches, we can go ahead and grab that screenshot for you. As with Fartbox, those will be added into the arena next week for the Wednesday stream. Oop, I did not click that. There we go. Invitaciones. Fair warning, chat. We're about to enter into a capture scene, and that capture scene is going to be very, 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 very bright white. Once again, if you are in a dark corner with your phone up into your face or something similar, it's time to move it away and also stop hurting your eyes. Turn on some ambient lights around you. Come on now. Right. Nobody knows that's the way. Well, let's pop in there and grab the fashion, shall we? Okie dokie. Pop yourself into position. Spin around until you're happy with the lighting, and then aim directly ahead. You happy with that position? Alright, let's have a look. Yep, that looks good. Get ourselves right into here, and simple as that. Okie dokie. Let me update the item there. And Rex Wreckage, are you happy for that to be made public, or would you like to keep that one personal for yourself? Whilst I find the saved file and put the naming onto it. Public's okay? Fair enough then. Perfectly good. And that is a capital E in Rex, and then capital E in Wreckage. In fact, all of the E's are capital. Now I look at it. There we go. And that one is saved also to be implemented in the first part next week. Cool. That's all done there. Once again, thank you very much for the generous contributions to the charity drive that we did. Absolutely. And a very snazzy outfit as well. Okay then, so Lich. Now, Kuva Liches are one of the longest. Now, there's not one of it. They are the longest to dispatch. They do take a while. That said, I still prefer them over the Coda Liches. As much as Coda Liches are quicker, Coda Liches are 3 missions in 1 environment on repeat. This one's currently on Mars with a bunch of options. We'll see where we go from there. But first, from Sevi. When the Lich stops talking in my ears. Right, good. Should Sevi take Primed Fury or Primed Shred for their 200 daily? I would say out of those two to go for Shred. Reason being on that is Primed Fury is incompatible with Berserker Fury, and Berserker Fury is largely the better choice. There is a little niche in finisher speed where Primed Fury is technically best in slot for attack speed, but you can still get enough attack speed from other areas. So, Primed Shred is largely the better one as a result. It's also a pretty damn good mod in itself for a combination fire rate and punch through. A lot of weapons can benefit from that in various ways. There. Prime Shred. And on that note, I suppose, congrats on 200 days. Okay, we've got a rescue. Yeah, why not? Rescues are pretty quick. Let's get straight into this. We're going to do these solo today and start tearing things apart. You set to... Ooh, that's going to shoot as well. Lovely. Makes sense, Heavy, makes sense. Yeah, absolutely.
Our intel suggests that our person of interest is in the vicinity.
Murder in time.
Search for the hostage and bring them home.
You know what? Let's mix this up. Then we can hear the sound of them dramatically arriving. Man, on this level, it doesn't really matter where I shoot them, does it? Murmur acquired. I wonder if they intended for Murmur and the Murmur to, you know, use the same word.
There's no telling what
Is there any real connection there? Because the Requiems do also use Void Tongue. Am I missing a connection? Also, did that appear without making a musically sound? There it is! Yep. Very dramatic for a unit that basically just goes swish swish stab. And, ooh. Yeah, what an ending. Now, at this level, is that really going to kill many of them? Oh, yeah, no, okay, fair enough. Even level 52, unprimed, they die to that. Fair enough. Because this isn't exactly a build spec for using a 4 for damage. And unprimed, so no multipliers to it. I know you're there. Can you just... Thank you. Hello there, Oni. Hello there, Prince Curtis. Welcome in, both of you. High pitch, we've moved past the... Ah, there they are. Hold on. They weren't just panicking, they were actually in stabbing range.
Listening to 807.5 FM. All rock, all the time. Except when it isn't.
See, a lot of radio stations, when they do something like that, all rock all the time, they then start playing Radioactive by Magic Dragons. Yeah. But that didn't come out in 1999, so Amir would have no idea about it. I wonder what the 99 equivalent would be for such unscrupulous radio stations who don't keep their theme. Oh, they also made that joke, do they, Zom? Fair enough. I've not paid that much attention to Shockwave's jokes so far. Fair enough. You wonder if Imagine Dragons would have been big in the 90s? Honestly, probably. Pop is pop. Not a lot has really changed about it. Just the same way we can look at simulated 90s bands today and recognize it's a bop even if it's a cheap bop. It's all the same. Pops pop for a reason. This mission has a lovely high density of these thralls to stab. Garak to you too. There we are. There's a chat where Amir prank calls Vayek. That is brilliant. That is brilliant. I will say, I have so far done 3 days of the Fables and Frontiers run through, and so far, Amir needs a hug. I'm going to be very honest, Amir needs a hug. I don't know how you're going to turn this around, because I think it's 6 days long. But at the moment, Amir absolutely needs a hug. Poor guy.
And now, a word from our sponsor, Chalky Rolls. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a chalky roll chalky pop? A 1, a 2,
Right.
3. The world may never know.
That, yeah, he's a goofball. He's a goofball. Yo, you there, thrall. Fool. You have to admit, just one tapping everything. Sometimes with a headshot, sometimes not, but just swinging through with a one tap is satisfying. Do I say it because Hex is messing me with something? I say it because the circumstances are not in the favour of any Fable Master. But I also don't want to spoil the experience for those of you who have yet to go through it. Once it's been out for a couple weeks, then I'll start talking about it proper, but until then I'm giving people the opportunity to actually see how it plays through. Technically I'm 1 day behind the fastest you can do it, because I completely forgot to touch it yesterday. I was very busy with other bits and pieces. Yeah. Those of you who have experienced will know what I mean. He needs a hug. Oh, I forgot we had this piece playing in the Orbiter. So, funny thing is, doing the joke, the Great Despair is even less rock than radioactive. Yeah. Yeah, very much. Now, I don't think... Oh, Parazon's not in here, is it? I can access it through this. I don't think we actually learned anything new on the Requiems, which I realised as soon as I clicked Modify Parazon, I could have seen on the previous screen, but whatever. Point is, yep, it's very, very nearly there. Almost, but not quite. So we gotta keep going. I mean, that was the first mission of the day, so I'm not concerned, but we do need to keep going. Let's see, the next... No. Spy? Spy! Why not a spy mission? Yeah, let's go for it. The piano and synth are rapidly fading out as we dive into mission next.
Get inside enemy data vaults and retrieve crucial intelligence data.
They never saw it coming. Oh, and apparently I never got to do the proper stab there. How many years later? I mean, at least they thought of something. They had a backup plan for if animation failed. They did that from day one. It's still just goofy as hell to look at. You just kind of stand there for a moment, unable to do anything, and then just, stab. Just, stab them. Pop. If you shoot them hard enough... Oh, not that one. If you shoot them hard enough, they have no idea you were ever there to shoot at all. Ow. Yo!
Time for another resub.
That it is. That it absolutely is. Cat Centaur with the 17 months in a row. Much appreciated. And I hope you're doing well today. Absolutely. Welcome on in again. And... Now, yes, I could use the thing the Cypher to just instantly do those, or I could bring an ability which allows it to just auto-hack, but sometimes I just don't. Also, get shot. Hello, that's up. Welcome on in. Another thing to... Oh, Requiem Hammer unlocked. Yes. Another thing to remember with my go-to burst and loadout is it's also silenced. So the enemies aren't just acting clueless, they are clueless. The first time they hear about this gun is... well, if I miss and the bullet whizzes past their ear, they go... Was there just really loud and angry wind a moment? Do I have a dual iCore video? I don't think I do. Dual iCore... iCore... Nope, that's the bot just promoting the mug, coincidentally as I type a command. iCore does not lead to the mug. Mugs are not for iCore. But evidently no. Evidently I do not have one on that. I think I referenced the iCore in a recent video. I think. Not sure on that one, I'll be quite honest with you. I feel like I did. Did I do a video on... Was it talking about Vortex? I was going to say, did I do a video on Avara? No. Melee Vortex, that makes sense, yeah. So, if there's a dual iCore build anywhere, it'll be that video. Alternatively, if you are on Patreon, any build that I put in a video also goes up onto Patreon as a static image. So say if you're digging through videos and whatnot, you can just search for, say, dual iCore or Mesa as a tag. Because I put all the builds up as tagged posts on Patreon. Oh yeah. Oops, that one took a little bit longer to die and that set off the alarm. My bad. Oh no! We'll just speed through this time. It's weird what you can get away with sometimes. Like, it still died in one shot, but because that one shot was 3 shots, it didn't count. Yeah, rules. Yeah. No dual icon on the catalog? Fair do, fair do. Oh. Alright, let's skedaddle. I'm gonna grab that and then skedaddle. I don't know why I needed the Morphix that badly, but I wanted it. There we are.
All you got? Next time you
Hello there, meow. Well, on it.
Now go.
Yeah, let's double check then. On Patreon, did I pop a build up onto there? Let's have a look. Library, search from my side. iCore, dual iCore. Oh, well, I'm searching Vortex and that also doesn't come up. So I think the search on my side is really awkward because I'm trying to search by tags, but it doesn't like to do that. Here we go. Okay. Dual Toxicist, dual Visis. Okay. I expected to see more than I've got here. Meet the math, melee arcanes, melee afflictions. No. I guess there was 0 builds at all in that video then. Yep, alright, that's the answer. That video was not a build video and therefore there are no melee arcane videos, and there are no dual iCore build videos, and therefore there are no builds on Patreon, which is why I couldn't find them. There we go. Now Plasma Storm. That was a funny joke when she was still alive. Come on. Too soon, bro. Too soon. Yo.
2 years, too many to make jokes about. Here's to 2 more 2s in the future.
To you, too many thanks indeed. 2 more thanks, perhaps? Thanks, mate. Cheers for the resub there. Up onto that lovely bronze pot next to your name. Much appreciated. Really made me think how I could work in 3 2s there.
Can't die, won't die.
Okay then. So yeah, all stab do all stab things before. We know and don't care about that. What we've learned is that Zarta is involved. Which means I now have a... Ooh, what chance of success do I have here now? We know that Farce is not at the middle. So Farce is either on the front or the back. Put Zarta up here. It could be Farce something Zarta. But the problem is it could also be Farce Zarta something. As well as it could be Zarta something Farce. But it can't be Zarta Farce something. So I think this means I've got a 1 in 3 chance of success here now. I think. Not sure. Bite! Wanting some apple. There you go. You found the dual Ichor build. The? Oh my, I didn't realize there was only one. Crikey. Also, what music have we switched over to? I actually don't recognize this right now. What is this one? This is The Awakening? Did they change that? Also, I don't remember this being in my rotation, but okay. Because you see I have most of them turned off. But, guess that one's turned itself on. We're gonna... Hold on. There we go. Take it out of the rotation. Go back to his light is the only one on there now. It's always the piano bit. There we are. The Melee Arcane video I did, it's in the Melee Vortex section near the end. I have failed Patreon. Oh no. Right. In the Melee Arcane video, Melee Vortex near end. What? This is not good. Right. Melee Arcanes. And dozens of missions. Shush me. Shush. Thank you. Right then. That's fixes. Vortex fix. Okay, I'm guessing it's actually the end of the Vortex section. Ah, the most replayed part of the video. Yeah, that might do it. Oh, I see why these weren't put up, because they were from... I believe these were from Mirror Lab. Faster. This isn't always the case. A build a regular viewer sent me using... Which is why it's not put up, because it's not mine to share. There we go. Right. Right. Got it. Yeah. It's just one of those things that if it's in a video, it's in a video. You know, I got permission to show it there, but I'm not going to start posting other people's builds onto Patreon, even if they are shared, and even if the person were to give me the permission to do so. That's just... There's a line there. It's a line that I'm drawing. That makes a lot more sense now why that one's not up there. And why I completely forgot about it. I didn't make it. Slightly adjusted it to make it. Yeah. Right then. Well, thank you very much for helping me get to the bottom of that one there, Clown. And in the process, helping out, oh, it was Curtis who needed it? Yeah. Now we know where that build is. I believe that was a Mirrorlab one. Okay, that has been updated and set ready for stabbage, so what have we got here? Just good old capture, can't go wrong with that. Yeah, Dastra saying still need so many Kuva into weapons, can't bring myself to do them. I mean, completely valid. If you don't feel like doing it, don't do it. That's my honest take on it. This game is owed absolutely nothing from you in terms of which missions you do. If you've looked at the process you need to go through to get the weapon, you've decided, you know what, I don't want to do that, then that's the correct answer. You don't want to do it. Play it when it's fun. Am I doing this solo instead of a squad for Requiem farming? Correct, yes. I know that Requiem farming in a group can potentially be even faster and can shave off some percentage of the runtime. At the same time, it kind of takes away from the experience for me. And I might as well practice what I preach, you know, the whole don't play a game just for the sake of efficiency, play it for the fun of it. Me, I'm having the fun of going through at my own far from optimized pace, shooting and stabbing the air occasionally. Because if I do anything else, it'll just take it away from me. And quick stab. Kathonk. Still weird that happens, but it's fine. Oh, hi! It's Buzz Krug. Ow. Stab. It is not that. Okay.
The old blood.
Well, goodbye.
Likes it. Old blood learns from pain, grows. I grow, Tenno. I grow.
He grows. Not sure we really want to know how passionate he is about growing, but you know, all good, all good. You got the ones you wanted, called it? I mean, completely fair, absolutely. Now, it's interesting, Catastrophe, you say that the coder experience is much better for you. You got all the weapons, ephemeris, flutes, etc. For me, it's actually the opposite. As much as I could rush through the coders continuously and just farm up everything from them. It's quite loud. As much as I could farm everything through that, the thing that takes it away from me is that it's always against the same missions functionally. It's go and shoot the Murmur-Tekrot, sorry, Skuldra-Tekrot, or go and shoot the Skuldra-Tekrot, but also there's a timer on the screen in case you don't shoot him fast enough, or go and shoot the Tekrot whilst also shooting a bigger Tekrot. It's just that on repeat. And then eventually I can do the dance with the boss fight. And that just... it just doesn't really inspire me. So, now we're on a completely different location. Yeah, it's the same faction, but we're changing mission objectives. I can kind of cherry pick my favoured objectives. And what a change of scenery we get. Oh, wow, he got disintegrated in the door frame. That is not a new way to die. I've seen it before, but it's still grim. Anyway, let's burn the hell area. Yep. Sucks to be them lot. If it rotated the the season automatically as you were going through each of the stages to make it seem like, oh yeah, this is a year-long fight you've had with this thing. Yeah, it may not match up with the actual year of the calendar, but, you know, wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey, time-looping nonsense. We already go back and forth as it is, so I don't care. If it had changed, like, with every 25%, it was the next season long, that would add some visual variety. You would feel the progress by the natures of the missions moving along. And second, if there was more than 3 missions... Oh, there's 5 missions! No, there's 3. The tech rots are there basically every single time. Skuldra can turn up or not turn up, that's their problem. There's 3 mission types. I accidentally threw my glaive wrong there and uncannoned my weapon. Oops. Get blapped, idiots. Oh, glaives are satisfying. A good glaive does so much. Does this one just up here? Nope, they're over there. But on the way through, bonk. Stab. From Natty, can use your Super Insider D Dev Totally Real contacts. Can change the game whenever. To put 5 form in the adversary weapons at once instead of having to level it in steps. Oh, I get what you're saying there. I get what you're saying. Yeah. How about this? As an idea that you could pitch to them. What if Omniformers
Well done. Now get to extraction.
counted as 3 formers for leveling up adversary weapons? Hmm? They're so much harder to get, and they count as multiple polarities, more than 3 polarities. So what if an Omniformer counted as 3 steps? Brother is saying, sorry Ken, just to clarify, you suggest that every 25% of coded progress gets time locked to the next season? Not time locked, as in when you load the mission, it forcibly changes the season based on the progress you've made on the Coda Lich.
You earn, I take. Now I make.
You know how, like, when you go down to, yeah, when you go down to the open world on Earth, Cetus, that's it. When you go down to Cetus, it could be day or it could be night there. But then the rest of Earth has it, or at least Historica, I can't remember if it still does, has its own day-night cycle separate from that. But then also, if I recall, certain quests just ignore the day-night cycle and they just give you day or night based on what it needs to be. Because all that the seasons are in the missions are functionally different times of day. They just give you that tile set. So instead of me loading in right now on summer, if I were to pick it because it was a Coda Lich mission, then the first, the first 25% would be winter, then the second 25% will be spring, then summer, and then fall. Which would also be very fitting that in that final part of the year, that is when the Coda Lich will fall. So it's a pun as well, and Amir could be very happy about that. But yeah, it's one, from my perspective, easy thing, which can add at least a little bit of environmental variety, even though it's not actually changing the missions. Because much like with a circuit, where it's, yeah, the objectives change, but it is cycle after cycle after cycle after cycle of the exact same environment, variety is huge. I say I'll get you. It's just a special cosmetic thing whenever you pick a mission as a code of spawn chance. Pretty much. Pretty much. Especially if they could roll it ahead of time. Like they could roll the chance of a code glitch spawning at the start of your mission. The only issue with that would be multiplayer, but I suppose they could just chalk that up to, again, you're choosing to lobby with a host. Things happen. Time gets weird. It does break it there, I'll be honest with you. It does begin to break it there, because one person could be loading in with a 25%, another one could be loading in with a 45%. Yeah. Darn. No, that breaks it. Multiplayer breaks it. Yay! Alright, well. Just put some more actual missions there. For the love of God. Let's see. We've done rescues, we've done exterminate spy. Let's do hijack. When is the last time you've ever seen someone do hijack? Also, did I actually ever change my powers? Oh, I don't think I did. Oops. Alright, so we know Zata is not at the front. It might be fast at the front. We'll do that. Alright. Let's hijack a lich. From Nancy saying, honestly, biggest problem with the adversarial system is just two parts to grind, which is having to run a mission 20 times because RNG. Yep. Kind of crappy design. Yes, I agree on that one. And the secondary... Sorry. Roll the weapon you don't need. Yep. And then level the adversary weapons in small steps of 2, making you go back and forth so much is tedious. I get that, honestly, yeah. I get that. There is a certain amount of grind that is intended in Warframe. But at the same time, it can feel like you're just kind of stubbing your toe. When you're not doing anything wrong, you're doing it exactly as you're supposed to be doing it. It's just kind of draining. And you run into that issue between, sure, Ken, it's all well and good to say, don't play a part of a game if it's not fun to you, but then when you want the thing that comes from it, but the thing is an hour's journey or more, the last thing you want is to get hit by some pipes. The last thing you want is to then just kind of blunder into these missteps like, oh, sorry, yep, it's going to take you 12 capture missions to get started. Why capture missions? Because if you do anything else, you're just taking longer for the hell of it. Yeah, I get that. I really do.
Something's wrong. Tenno, stop them.
Try and stop me. I brought the wrong frame for this. Oh, no. I forgot Lavos is absolutely terrible for hijack. Absolutely diabolically terrible for hijack. Oopsie. Yeah, it does take a lot longer to spawn a sister of Parvos, especially if you want to go, oh, not this weapon, move on, try again. Yeah. Well, we're out of shields. Squad shield recharge? Do I even have any equipped? No. Alright, what about Spectres? Do I have some good Spectres for this? You. Well, not only do you not trigger it, but also you aren't a shield generator. What about you? You generate shields for yourself. Can you generate them for me? Don't think so. Where's the... There he is. Oh god, the core is taking so much damage. Ugh. Yeah, this ain't great. This ain't great. I may have made various mistakes here, all of them mine, but... Alright, I need the shields to recharge proper. No point sitting next to it whilst I get those shields back. I have got a Spect which can help a little bit with the defense, but... Yeah. Might as well, not you, you. That'll help deal with more of the enemies. Persistence to level easy mode this? Probably, yeah. Oops. Oh well. It's happened. Alright. Gotta move away from it, let shields regenerate properly. I can't tell if my companion is even using Guardian. Ooh, gods. People arriving. Spectres can't see them. Why are you not invulnerable? Little Stabarino. Oh boy. Is that a Shield Osprey? Do I have a Shield Osprey? Yes! Good spot, good spot. Thank you very much. Alright then. Much better, much better. However, the core is nearly dead. My Kuvelich turns up now, I'm cooked. I want the stab! Greedy, greedy, greedy. Oh gods, oh gods, oh god. The core, the core, the core! Ah, it's the below 1,000! We're nearly there! This is the most difficult mission I've had in a while. And it's all because I don't have a lot of shields. Where is my Shield Osprey? I've had to summon another Osprey. I don't know where the previous one went. 374 hit points on it and dropping like a rock. 200. 100. No! We're not going to make it. No! Lavos, the one mission you're no good at.
The core is rupturing. I am sorry, Tenno. There is nothing I can do for you.
Ah! God damn. Degree was lethal? Maybe, maybe. Alright, so, at least I didn't use Nidus. I think you understand the mission wrong, which is completely understandable. It's not a mission people usually give a shit about. Where was it? Oh. Does that just take it off the board? Oh, there it is. Allow me to demonstrate just how much Nidus invalidates the mission. Wouldn't the outcome technically be a good thing? We want the core destroyed away from civilization, so as not to cause, you know, problems. Vahek doesn't care about it blowing up the facility because Vahek knows that it's going to piss us off more than him. What? Now I realise a slight problem here. I don't have a free moving companion. Supposedly, someone could link to their Sentinel. I'm not succeeding at that, so I don't think that actually works. Use Spectres? Oh yeah, I can do that when we get there then. Those Spectres I just used, I forgot that I could use. Shows how often I rely on them.
We will build the cause faster than
Alright,
you
Grendel,
can
let's do
destroy
this.
them, Tenno. Mark my words. What is happening? Where's the core?
As you can see, we can move it. It uses our health instead of shields because we lack shields. I'm getting shot through the wall, which is kind of fair because I'm doing it to them. Come on. Stabby stabby. This should be a lot smoother on account of having hit points to actually utilize. Whoa. It is halfway dead. Slamming onto it is no problem, but still. Really makes you wonder just how much armor they need on the Fomorians to protect this very vulnerable core otherwise. Yeah, I'm not gonna greed that. How about the mission done? We chose it, we're doing it. Punch did not work there. Ow, ow. Oh gods, that's splashing onto the core. What the f... Okay, Surge Xmas just killed the mission. Okay. Yeah, that's game. There is no protecting that now. That's... Surge Xmas just took out like 3,000 hit points.
For what comes next.
Alright, this is going well. Ooh. I don't think I've ever unintentionally failed the same mission twice in a row like this on such a low level. So at least we know that Nidus can move it along. We already knew that, most of us anyway, but still, what the fuck. Given the concerns which are developing, including Xmas of Doom go burr, I'm going to do something a little bit weird. Going to do something a little bit weird here. Yeah, let's go with gated transfer, but rather than using energy transfer, we're just going to stay in MAME. Don't sort these by name. Why would I ever want them sorted by name? Let's go you off of there. You move over. Don't know why that's lagging. Why is that lagging today? That was weird. Yeah, so if I do that, I've got a max range MAME. I've got mobility if I need it, so I'm just leaving that on there. But I've also got a load of shields. And then let's remove you for you. Let's see if the frame that very few people like can do it. Okay. My virus is on 3, not 2. Yes, even when I'm not playing Lavos, I'm still a Lavos main. Sue me. You douche. And we head our way over here. Now, the main reason for the aura is the stunning effect rather than the damage, but the damage will come in handy. As soon as we get that door open, I'm going to call in my NPC crew as well to help.
What is happening? Where's the core?
Alright, so we got more shields to play with this time. Far more shieldage. Ow, what the? Jesus, okay. There we go. Just get rid of them, get back to the court. Because we are still here for those murmurs. We do need those. There's a surprising amount of toxin on a frame that doesn't have much in the way of healing. Yes, experts do have overguard, but it's the other enemies only. They also contribute damage. I can't stop that 3k super issue. But I can stop everything else. And that does contribute. Shield's about to run out. We move away for a moment. There we go. Because we got high shields, we've also got high shield regen. Didn't I summon my NPC crew? Nope, I used air support. I am good at this game. Yeah, we've got, I think, a lot further already without taking critical amounts of damage in places, which is good. Stuff hasn't got to that door yet, that's fine. Oh, never mind, something had got to the door. Zai here taking 0 prisoners.
One down.
Shields regen a bunch whilst the door opens. Not going to go back for that. You know what, I'm not even going to go up for that one. No, we've got the hit points. Let's risk it. How do... You know I'm being annoyed by a jump when I use operator. Oops, wrong button. No! 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 Do not recapture your core! No! Bad! Very bad! Oop. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! 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 Ah ha ha ha! I don't remember seeing that effect last time. I remember seeing it on the core, not me. Which is deeply concerning if that is even a thing that can happen. I may have just been blind, but I don't remember seeing it last time.
Good kill.
I'm sure someone could have a look at the thought and tell me I'm an idiot. Stop. Do Ancients heal the core? I mean, Ancient Protectors normally only reduce damage taken, which may work here. I don't think we need to spend that on it. I like to keep those for a mirror defense in EDA. Ow! Zai, you stood in front of me. Oops, ran out of shields. Okay. I don't think I have the Guardian mod equipped. That did not have enough damage charged. My bad. And with a fraction of the damage taken. There we go.
You earn, I take. Now I make the rules. Yes?
Well, that was surprisingly difficult. Might just fix the Equinox build. What, to put duality back onto it? Oh wait, no, it's energy transfer on it. Okay, I can put that back on, yeah. But not duality. Screw duality, it is really bad. They have absolutely lobotomized Spectres. There we are. That's how it was. Okay, alright. Back to our regularly scheduled program of murdering things and not losing missions. Yep. I'm trying to remember... Yeah, the stab was on the previous planets. We're good. Right, let's see. We get a sabotage. This time we're intentionally having something get destroyed. Oh, I forgot Arcane. My bad. There we go. Sabotage. Yeah. Hijack becomes a little bit more interesting when you do it wrong.
Okay, you're looking for the mainframe. It's critical that you deliver the payload to that location.
Okay, thonk. Let's go. Thing you gotta remember these missions is you do want to be killing along the way, because spawns are based not on progress through the mission, but on number of kills. Also, he spawned way off the beaten track. How dare. What? He's gone! I know he's there, but whatever. I've never seen him pull that one off before now. What orbital song was that before? It was... I want to say his voice, but... I can't remember. We looked at it moments ago and I can't remember. His light. No, his voice. There we are. Yeah, thank you. That was close. It's from Perimeter Update, if I recall as well. Honk. Murmur obtained. Yeah, I've been here before on that jump. I'm just... Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Not risking.
Destroy the reactor.
Hello there, Moon. Hope you're doing well yourself. Thank you very much for checking out Iowa. Come on, you. Ah, I see where you're at. Oh, nice shield. Unfortunately, you was pointed the wrong way. Gotta make our way over to the reactor, which is right here. Up. And Zoris go there.
That's it. Now get out of here.
Any AoE that covers enough of a radius can do that. Zoris is a very effective AoE. You've had a quiet Sunday? Yeah, fair dude. Quiet Sundays are often good Sundays. we can probably get out of here. I don't know if we're going to see any more. No, we're right at the exit. Oh, a surge has spotted me. Where are you, though? That third rocket was a bit late, but that was almost pretty cool. The timing of rockets in between electric pulses. So where is the thing that just zapped me? Where are you? Because I assume it needs line of sight, but none of that looked very surgy. Oh, well, I mean we could take one more thrall instead. Oh, it's you! Is it? Oh, zap your own corpse.
My sector, my
Hello,
rules.
Calamity.
Your money, my money.
Yes, yes. Oh. Wonderful. Okay. We haven't learned any more murmur just yet, so we might as well just pick on the next mission. Let's just keep going around this way. Never mind, let's not keep going around that way. But look, another sabotage. That's better than mobile defense every day of the week. Cheers, Atlas. Now the vibes, we're doing well. Definitely didn't fail 2 missions earlier.
I need you to
Everything is
sabotage the
absolutely
ship's
perfect, and there's no way for me to mess up.
The reactor is a complex system. Start by removing the coolant cells.
Yeah, it turns out taking one of the worst frames for a hijack to hijack, bad idea. And then following up with, hey, this Xmas deals 3k damage to the objective that only has 10k health. That's a problem. Even when done right, at the end of the mission had 5k left, so random 3k out of nowhere, yeah, that's gonna sting. It's been enjoying Fable's Frontier so far. How many days in are you? Because I've been making a point of not spoiling anything for anyone, as it's still very recent stuff. So, how many days into it are you? Just out of curiosity. Doing 4 to 5. Okay, fair enough. I've done the 3rd day of the adventure so far. Did you learn to slay this wire? The only HP that matters is the last one? Well, kinda. Kinda. Alright. Let's get ourselves through here. Ah! Buzz! Finally!
I find you. My blade soon calls.
Zap, 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 zap. Single stab. Good. We found the slot for that. This is going to be the old one. And then 50-50 chance of success. 50-50. Oh, no.
It hurts. It hurts.
No.
Yes. Yes. Next
Oh, well.
time, Slippery Tenno. Next time we meet, you meet stronger legs.
Yeah, zap this.
Next time, you get squashed.
And then death. Roll through. Zap.
Coolant cell destroyed.
Yeah, we don't care for the coolant cells. I can happily go ahead and do that. Oops. There we go.
Reactor is going into stasis. Now is your chance to complete this sabotage. Use whatever you can to make sure it never
Grab
works
this, shove it in there, jump back up onto
again.
here,
Cell destroyed.
crack the console, crack the faces, and let's go crack another thrall open. Ta-da! It looks you're writing a song? Oh, fair do, fair do. Hope inspiration flows quite nicely. Aha. Another thrall. Oh, no, it's not the thrall, sadly. I'm very aware that I did shoot that thrall in the back as they ran away, but, you know, Geneva checklist. And, oh, another thrall. Okay, divert again. If I can get away with not using the all mod, that will cheapen the kill. No, we're not even close to that next murmur. Never mind. Come on. So the Kuvelich is going to have gone to a new location, and seeing as there's now only one possible combination, including the all mod, I might as well just set it up and use an ultimatum. Does the Geneva Convention apply in space? That's actually a very good question. I would imagine the Geneva Convention IRL should. However, enforcement is a little spotty given the government of the origin system. It's a little spotty. Okay then, so we know that Zata must be there. We don't know what the other Requiem is, so all might as well sit there. How many alls do I have? Oh, I hit caps lock at some point. I have 3 more. Fully charged, so that's enough for 11 adversaries just in itself. So, I'm not struggling. I'm good. The question is, how many ultimatums do I have to dare to use one? I have 5. Sod it then. Let's send it. Let's pick a very quick mission, so we can just go in and out in a moment. Rescue's pretty quick. Is there anything quicker? Probably no. Alright then, rescue it is. So what I'll do is I'll go through the majority of the mission. If they don't turn up, I'll go to the end there. How many weapons am I trying to get? 60? As many as I get done. I've not hard focused it in the past, so I know that that was weird. I know that it's rather unlikely I'll get them all done today. Especially as there are various Kuva ones in there. It's all good. That really needs to ignite all the many of these, because I'm not going to get enough murmurs in this mission. I'm not going to find out what other mod I could have used. Means it's almost pointless actually killing the thralls at this point. I might as well just sail on through and just see if they turn up. Oh yeah, Tenet melees I should be good on Calamity. Absolutely, because you can also hold off buying them until they are at a decent value. That's too far back. Yeah, it's not like a Kuvelich where you get it, it's like, cool, well, now we've finally found the right weapon. Is it a good percentage? You look at it, it's 31. You go, oh no, you saw me! Darn. Let's not fail another mission. Really? Yeah, 1 in 3.
I thought I was gonna die in there. Thank you.
Times a charm on that swing. Everything here is too weak for melee influence to pop off, but, you know, we'll take it. Oh gods, oh gods. What, how? I blinked and you were down. Jeez. Can we get like a portable shield for these guys? Grab that. Stab you. Which means rescue is actually a bad choice for fighting the Google Lich, because if I'm not paying attention, then pop. But we're still not generating many murmurs. And extraction is just down out this way. Oh, lockdown is that? Yeah, let's just... Yeah, that's lockdown. Okay. Do I risk losing the hostage? That should be fine. Alright, let's complete the mission. Yep. Let's, professional live streamer. Been playing this game since 2019. I've written guides so many I can't even count them.
My money.
Here I am. So ridiculous as to ever consider asking anyone to subscribe to the channel when I can't even remember to equip the blummin' ultimatum. Okay. Let's fix that, shall we? Hello, sea rabbits. Oh, heat wave affects us all. God, ain't that the truth. Oh. I woke up at 6 AM this morning. 6 AM. Drenched in sweat from the heat built up. I usually sleep with the window shut because just various noises, be it just the local wildlife of seals or whatnot, be it police sirens or cars driving past or someone clattering with a giant wheelie bin, dragging it along. Whatever reason, I don't want to hear those sounds and having them wake me up whilst I'm sleeping. So I usually have to have the window shut. Problem is, all that heat that's got into the brickwork of the house heats up the bedroom overnight anyway. And eventually that does lead to the lovely, lovely feeling of waking up in bed and wondering, oh god, did I... Nope, nope, that's just under my back. That's just sweat. Ew. And at 6 AM, with lights already peeking around the curtains, the heat in the room as it is there is no way I'm going to easily get back to sleep in that same position. So then have to basically just rotate things around in the bed to find a way to drift off and get those last couple hours in. I do not want to get up at 6 AM on a Sunday for anything. So yeah. Nope, you're all just bouncing replies at each other, that's fine. Cool. Atlas, yesterday was rough. Our AC was out for swear all day. Out or on? Oh god, it peaked to 92 Fahrenheit inside. Ugh, that's horrible, yeah. No, would not want that. That is horrible.
Sector is mine.
Would not want that at all. Let's do the sabotage. Sabotage actually just can't go wrong. Let's do sabotage. Who knows? The Lich might spawn themselves this
I
time.
need you to sabotage this ship's reactor. The reactor is a complex system. Start by removing the coolant cells.
Stop. It was out, not working. Yeah, fair enough. Okay. Coils were frozen? Oh, alright. At least you managed to get it working again. Absolutely, yeah. I've got the unfortunate issue that my washing machine has developed a fault. Not entirely sure what the fault is, but something's not right with the plumbing, the draining of it. So it looks like I'm going to need to get someone to have a look at that, because I can't easily move it. Don't know if y'all noticed, but I don't exactly strike as the kind of person who works out well enough to easily move around a washing machine that's deeply recessed into a cabinet. Let alone get in amongst the pipework and understand what I'm even looking at. I'm no handyman. I do the video stuff. Unfortunately, I've gone through all the maintenance I can following the manual. Still not got it sorted. I'm going to have to call someone in on that one. Which is a frustrating new expense to deal with, but such is life. It's not like YouTube have announced they're going to be taking away some of my revenue starting next year. Oh wait, they did. It's going to affect other creators more than me, just because I've done very little shorts videos, but some creators are looking at up to a $10,000 a year shortfall, which is not great at all. Granted, $10,000 is extreme end if they're like worst case scenario, but still, it can affect a lot of people in a lot of ways on that. Thanks, Tube. This is where washing machines are a prime example of planned obsolescence. Part of the issue with washing machines is honestly just there's so many involved parts, and it's a pretty intense system for a consumer product. Yeah, the spinning of it, the heating element, the various paddles on the drum, the weights that we put into it and how it tries to balance them, all whilst doing it with very minimal means to, you know, right itself if things are not going well. Honestly, it's a surprise washing machines are even as successful as they are. Now, smart fridges, on the other hand, just no. Actually, any quote-unquote smart appliance, just don't do it. I don't need an appliance connected to the Wi-Fi at any point ever whatsoever. No, thank you very much. I'm good. The very concept is pointless, and it's just waiting for more things to go wrong.
Now is your chance to complete this sabotage.
Or make it more expensive when it goes wrong.
Sure it never works again.
Just me. Yeah. You had one fail within a month of expiring warranty. Repair costs as much as a new machine. Free wash machine. Ooh, that is rough. And very rough that it broke just outside the warranty as well. That is really unfortunate. Unfortunately, with these kinds of appliances, you do get what you pay for, both in terms of what warranties are available, and again, country is going to also matter there for what laws and regulations exist. But in terms of what warranty you get, and also just the overall build quality. I have basically never been disappointed with a Bosch appliance. The few Bosches I've had, or currently have in my kettle, never let me down. Whereas I have heard so many bad stories when it comes to Hotpoint, for example. Either with the appliances failing just outside the warranty, or then dealing with Hotpoint themselves when looking to get repairs. you do get what you pay for. Now, it's never a guarantee, unfortunately. That's the way these things work. It's why appliance guarantees exist, is because nothing's a guarantee. Can't be certain it's gonna go your way or not. My parents, for example, they themselves have a Hotpoint, I think it's a fridge freezer. That thing is well outside of any warranty. Still going strong. It is also about as basic an appliance as it gets. Not a single smart or cool feature on it other than the cooling. It's just a fridge bit and a freezer bit and nothing else, and that's all they need to be. It really is all they need to be. You don't need screens, you don't need crazy readouts, you don't need nothing else. If you want to know the temperature in there, put a thermometer in it. Then if the thermometer fails, it's a thermometer you're replacing. Easy. But again, when you buy cheap, there is that risk. The expense behind Bosch, Siemens and Neff, because they're all in the same group of manufacturer, the price behind those appliances is because they've generated a reputation of quality and support.
My sector, my rules,
And then
your money.
the other brand that stands out in that side is Miele. That's M-I-E-L-E, Miele. They are expensive! But they are also a company which I don't think I've seen from any other, will offer an in-house up to 10-year warranty on some appliances. Yeah. You know a company believes in its product when it says, hey, yeah, you know that washing machine? I mean, yeah, here's the price, but something goes wrong in 10 years, we're here. Yeah, okay. Wow. How many arcanes do I have in my Zoris? How many arcanes do you have in your oil melee weapons? Yeah. 1. Oh, former. Did I misread? Nope, you said arcanes. Okay, yep. 4 former. 4 former to make that one happen. Brother only say, oh, Miele, they normally make industrial grade equipment used in our company. So I used to work at a call center, which involved, as part of it, sometimes we'd have property developers calling through. And in one such case, it was someone who had just purchased, this was sickening, just purchased themselves 10 London flats. That's London, UK, so there's most expensive city, arguably second, but it was an expensive part of it, so it's expensive. Most expensive city in the UK, therefore 10 very expensive properties in this very expensive area, and they had kitted out the entire lot of them with nothing but Miele appliances. I'm talking Miele wash machine, Miele tumble dryer, Miele oven and hobs, Miele fridge freezer, big ones, Miele vacuum cleaners, all of it. They weren't even supposed to call into my department with that. Those just... all of it. I'm thinking... just the process that sets someone up to have all that... I don't think I'm allowed to speak to someone that rich, you know? That's just... hello, sir. How are you doing, sir? Fucking hell. It is a very expensive setup. Only saying on the plus side, tenants will probably now have to call the landlord for repairs. I mean, with that... what the rents are going to cost for that? If it's indeed going to be a landlorded thing, rather than sold off to people who are ready to pay... too many figures for a flat. Yeah. No person in Garden? Oh, that I do, yes. It's a very nice thing, Garden. Alright, I think through all of that, I've, 1, forgot to actually use the ultimatum, which is fine, because 2, didn't it give me the final... I'm doing well today. I'm doing well. Yeah, yeah. Bissalistic saying demonic one-shot Oberon Smite build, question mark? Are you trying to Google something? This is twitch.tv. You're in a chat communicating with other people, and notably the live streamer, who is not using Oberon at the moment. Or Smite. Or a demon. So I just want to check if you understand what's going on here. Especially as you posted the exact same comment twice. You know, you're making it right now and it's not doing as bad as you thought. Okay, so you are actually just having an aneurysm by typing it into chat with no context. Got it. I'm going to let you continue on then. You do your best, but don't spam the chat. I hope you have a nice build. Okay, well, it's a quick one. Oh, Dara is always a quick one. That'll do. Get in, get out, learn what the murmur is, because we're so close, might as well, rather than use the old. Oh yes, Calamity, oh yes. You see what I'm meaning about the whole, I was literally one murmur short, are you kidding? You see what I mean. Actually, just out of curiosity, if I had bought the mission, does it count? I don't think it does, but does it count? Seeing as it was the very first one, might as well find out. Nope, you do have to finish the mission. Well, now I know for certain. Okay, cool. There might actually be a faster mission than that. Oh, wrong one. Oh damn, yeah. 90s, 80s set of headphones. When they broke, you could still get the parts from the manufacturer. That's cool. That is cool. A pet peeve of mine is just how many things are so uniquely manufactured that if something breaks in it, it's either the one manufacturer is still making the parts, or you just now have junk. Functionally irreparable. Because, like, yeah, I get there's, you know, different form factors, different overall designs, circuit boards, blah, 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 all those kinds of bits and pieces. But it reaches a point where one has to wonder if they're not just a little bit over unique. And part of this comes from the tech that gets added to a lot of things. Oh, wow, that's a lot higher level and survived. My bad. Oops. Gotta go quick. There we go, we're all good now. Alright. As I was saying, yeah. Take, for example, car parts. Cars have so many form factors in the first place that you very often basically just need that exact model's part for so many bits and pieces. For things like windscreen wipers, largely you can get away with more. I don't even need to go like anymore. You get a simple scratch on the door, they're like, oh yeah, well, you know, the door's integrated with some other electronics which is integrated with this, and you can't just replace one bit, it's got to be the whole door, and because it's all those bespoke bits and pieces, that means the door's going to come out to some ungodly figure. You're like, it's supposed to be a door? It's a scratch on the surface of the door. What happened? Tech happened, I guess. There we go. Oh, okay. He figured me out at the last moment there. Not sure what my companion felt safe to attack, but he figured me out. Yeah, Clem said, I'd love there to be a day where there's standardized, universal, easy repairable peripherals commonplace. It's a part of the big reason why so many things are so hard to repair is because they've gotten very complicated, all the tech, and very integrated with not always patented, but certainly uniquely designed components. And yeah, as Brother only points out, unfortunately, usually the attempts to make a standard just end up creating yet another standard, yeah. Because for there to be a standard, one, it needs to be... Can I crawl onto that? Oh, I can. Yeah, for there to be a standard, number one, that standard needs to actually work for enough purposes to become a standard. Things for a plug socket? Yeah. You get a standard within a country because everyone's going to need to plug in the stuff. We can't be having 20 million plug sockets in every single part of the house for 20 million manufacturers. It wouldn't work. But the less necessary a standard is, the more times you get it where someone goes, well, I'm going to make a standard, and here's how the standard works, and now, if you want to do it, follow my standard. Oh, you just have to pay the licensing fee for the standard. You know, to acknowledge all the work I've gone into to make a standard. And business number 74,000 goes, well, I don't want to pay for that standard, so... Oh, I'm going the wrong way. So I'm going to make my own standard, and other people can use my standard instead, which is totally better because I made it. Oh, but you do need to also get these parts from me for the standard. Now, can we forget nefarious planned obsolescence? So planned obsolescence is one where I can't really weigh in anymore as much. Because it's far less visible.
All you got?
It's far less visible. Because...
More, Tenno. Now go.
Is an item failing because it was planned to fail? Or is an item failing because it was cheaper to not build it to a higher standard? Is there a functional difference between those two things? Luke is the one we need. Good. Easy example would be the Switch controllers. How often those would break? Perhaps. Again, assuming that it... Are you saying that's an example of planned obsolescence or an example of just cheaper... lower standard design? Because sometimes when people talk about planned obsolescence, they seem to talk about it like it's some nefarious force, like, oh, it had a 1-year warranty and it died at 13 months old. They magically make it die at 13 months old. I'm going to be very honest with you, appliances don't really die on a date like that. I would be astounded, truly astounded, if someone could make an appliance that, without hard coding it, like putting in a bomb on a timer, you know, something ridiculous like that, to actually create an appliance that would die only on the 13th month. Or on the 13th to 17th month, just to put a period of it, but not within the warranty. That would be pretty impressive, I'm going to be honest. And then once it gets outside of those ranges, well, part of it then does also come down to getting what you pay for. Unfortunately, the race to the bottom that is capitalism is kind of locked in our options there. Yeah. From Boogatron, do I think buying a Necromech before Update 36 was reasonable? Well, this is a very specific question. Hello, Wiki. Update 36. Update 36, which was the release of Jade Shadows. Whereupon, I'm going to guess if I control F Necramech. Players who haven't completed War Within are now prevented from equipping a Necramech summoned to their gear wheel. Move damaged Necramech pieces from Necroid's offering. Move the pieces from Necroid's offerings to Father. That's the main change, right? That's the big one you're on about. So, buying a Necramech before update 36, where the parts to build it were a bit more of a grind, you had to go, oh, quite a bit more of a grind, you did have to go and do isolation bolts. And now nowhere near as much. Honestly, I don't think I'd say it's changed enough to say it's not worth buying now, because, yeah, okay, you don't need a Necramech for the new war, but if you want a Necramech, going over to this button here and purchasing yourself a Void Rig or a Bone Widow, it's instant. You get the slot, you get the reactor, you get the item, it's just there ready to go. No waiting, no grinding, off you pop. If you don't enjoy the experience and you've got the platinum to spare, how is it the wrong answer? That's the genuine question at that point. How is it the wrong answer?
You so smart, but see how I take. A whole
So buying it
sector
before
just for me.
it was made as easy as it is now?
Smart.
Also
me.
the same answer,
Yes.
really. Just with a greater portion of people on the side of, yeah, you know what, sod this. I bought my first Necramech, I put it off, and then out came Orphix Venom, the event, where you needed a Necramech, and I went, well, I need a Necramech, I kind of want to do this, so I'm not going to go through the grind and then wait for it to build. Beep. I bought it. Job done. Yeah. From Beastkeeper say, light bulb manufacturers artificially limit the lifespan of incandescent bulbs. Wait, do people still use incandescent bulbs? Hmm. Alright, yeah, let's do the examining one. Might as well. Oh yeah, Calamity, whenever we've got a, more of a, the gameplay is the scenery rather than a ultra-focused topic, yeah, conversation wanders. He'd do that. Also, yes, rebuild your Amprex. Amprex is amazing. Whoever's got that for EDA. Yeah, it's not the most powerful weapon in the game, but it's still a good weapon. Yeah, I don't need to set up these. All I need is for the Lich to spawn. If it doesn't spawn towards the end of the mission, now I've got all taken off, because I know exactly what I need to take down the Lich. It's just a case of they spawn or I'll force them to spawn. As long as I remember to do that. I am just going to leave the thralls behind. Effort. Effort. Didn't mean to get stuck there. Did I put the ultimatum on the gear wheel? Yeah, it's right there. Oh, it's not making me go back for them, is it? Well, I'm going to ignore that. Haha, I figured out where the mission actually continues. The game thought it could control me? Pfft. Even I can't control me. Just 7 more enemies to vanquish in this. Oh, no, it's 9 more enemies. Just 4 more enemies to vanquish in this mission. 3. Oh, that's a dead end. How is that? I said there was an enemy above me. 2. Wait,
The enemy is broken.
4, 2, 1, 0. There we go.
Get to extraction.
Alright, no sign of Mr. Angie. I guess we're gonna have to do this manually. Oh well. Ultimatum burning time. At least I've kept it to the last one. Let's have a good arena. This should do. I might.
I am not. And then suddenly, I am.
Good. Okay. It just throws me off of that. You have gained yourself a little bit more power than we last fought. Almost like he was growing. Unfortunately, my gun is charged.
Miscalculated.
Miss me. And they run away. Till the very next day. Bum, 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 bum. You know. Back to RSRS. Fair do, Calamity. Fair do, fair do. So you're not taking part in the RS3 leagues then?
Another job well executed.
There we go. Beyond your skill? How could leagues beyond your skill? How could it be beyond your skill there, Calamity? I don't get that. It's a gam. Because you're a noob. I mean, if you want to qualify yourself as so much of a noob you can't even attempt a limited time game mode in the variant of the game you play, fair enough. Live your best life, I guess. Alright. Let's load in and take on the ledge.
Found me, you did. Hate you, I do.
Honestly, it wasn't hard to find you. There's just a big glowing beacon.
I will whisper.
Anyway, missiles. So much more effective than on Steel Path.
Primary target. Whittier Galleon with support. Get on board.
Ah, look,
Make
a
the
cruise ship.
one calling the shots. Kill them. We are on their boards. Look alive.
You hit up Gridmaster when they came out and you were perplexed.
We have company.
Okay,
Whittier
fair enough.
cruise ship on scope.
I've never been one for boss fights in most games, to be honest, and that includes the boss fights on RuneScape. However, so far, no issue with Gate of Validiness, with KBD, QBD, with obviously God Wars 1, just done a bit of Krill so far. Making progress. Later on, going to be dealing with the Legionnaires, dealing with Nex, and then ultimately, I think I've got Solak on my docket. That's going to be a fun one, because I have no idea how to do that, but I'm going to find out. You just beat Wild Gothic Sleeps? Nice. Nex is insane, but so are leagues. Here's the thing, Calamity. Leagues aren't just go do this content in a limited time mode. It's, oh, by the way, here are some epic buffs. For example, normally in RS3, you regen 0.1% of your health every 6 seconds as just passive regen. My current character regens not 0.1%, but 7.6% health every 6 seconds. 76 times as much passive regen. In addition, wielding a shield increases my weapon damage substantially. In addition, every now and then when I hit, it'll follow up with another hit based on my weapon damage. And I'm just like a small number of perks away, or sorry, tasks away, from picking up another perk, which makes it where if I land a critical hit, which I will do 50% of the time at that point, it'll also do another hit based on my weapon damage. And that additional hit can crit, and if it crits, triggers a condition of critting, which means on that 50% chance, it has a 1 in 2 to the X chance of cascading X times. If one gets very, very lucky, that can literally one-tap an enemy. Oh yeah, I also did Arc Glacier recently, yeah.
Will not.
You had an infinite shark to eat, and still couldn't beat Levy? Fair enough. Well, also the food in RS3 goes above sharks. There's other healing options as well. You can get protection prayers, which are not only 100% effective, but also heal you based on your damage you're dealing, whilst having an infinite piece of food. But hey, if it's not your speed, it's not your speed. And for 158 of the 178 people watching right now, they have no idea what I'm even on about. Fair dude. I tried rolling out of that 3 times. I was stuck in the goddamn animation. Where was the attacks earlier? Hold on, you know what? You can face your own men. Radiation for everyone. Well, that worked. He is quite literally attacking his own men. Idiot. Getteth, recteth. And let us, yeah, I want to vanquish this one. I want a 60% gun.
Wait, no!
It's a little weird the stab doesn't have a sound there. The death groans do. The music does. But I'm just silent. Oh yeah, I can teleport out of this one. It's not Corpus. I know the exit is right there, but still.
Captain terminated.
Ta-da!
Avail yourselves of
From Void Zombie. Hey, Ken, I have a question if you don't mind me asking.
It's downtime.
I mean, go ahead. Go right ahead. Whole point of me live stream is I'm here to interact with, absolutely. Let's go wrecked. Oh, yes. Wrecked and turn to wreckage. Shame we can't tow the entire galleon in for salvage. Imagine the resources we could get from cutting that thing up. But apparently we don't work like that. We'll just leave the ship there. And claim ourselves a Kubashaka. Alright, let's first of all head out of here, have a look at that. See, is it actually 58% or is it worse? Because the Lich UI shows it to 0 decimal places, but we could find it out to 1. I wonder what that's going to be. Kubashaka. Why does Panthera Antenna Flux Rifle proc Combustion Beam? Combustion beam. That's a beam mod. I'll have a look at the tracker in a second. Now I got your question. Let's have a ganders here, shall we? Combustion beam. Okay, don't really use this one. I mean, it just goes on primary. Enemies explode, dealing damage shortly after death. I must be missing something here. Other than it's a really terrible mod, isn't it? Explosion deals blast damage in an 80-meter radius, no status, fall off over distance, has LOS, isn't affected by firestorm. Let's see. Explosion damage is only increased by faction bonuses, extra hit abilities, damage vulnerability. Can also be boosted by sonar. Also, who just subscribed, that was Eliu, gifted a sub over to Zomtronic. Much appreciated there, Eliu. Thank you very much for that. Thank you, thank you. Only usable on primary continuous weapons. Notable exception is the Tenet Flux Rifle because it was derived from the continuous weapon, the Flux Rifle. And then Wiki also says Panthera's secondary fire is continuous, and therefore combustion beam can be put onto it. So yeah, it's just a crossover thing. That's really what it comes down to. The Tenet Flux Rifle, because the Flux Rifle is a beam and he just kept the eligibility. Doesn't make sense, but they kept it anyway. And then for the Panthera, it's because part of it meets the criteria, and so they just leave it there. So yeah, both of those, I guess, would technically be just a bug, is the reason. A bug of simple oversight. You'll find there's a lot of things like that in games like Warframe. And yeah, Warframe in particular. There are a lot of features and interactions and bugs, which are more just a case of, it just kind of is that way. You know. Only saying, I forget, what extra stuff do you get if you do a literal sister confrontation in a group? If you do it in a group with the sister, I believe it is the... what are they called? The Corrupted Holokeys. An extra 1 or however many it is per person doing it. When it comes to the Liches, I don't think there is anything extra for Liches. It's just a fight against a Lich. You get the weapon, get out, you're done. I think that's all it is there. Right. New Shaka is, you bastard, 57.8. Yep, so rounding is indeed a thing in the UI for the adversary, where it says 58. I'm going to take that as faith in future that it actually means somewhere between 57.5 and 57.9. Because 58 and above becomes 60. I was curious. I was curious if it could roll a 58, and then when I actually got it, it would go, oh wait, sorry, this is supposed to upgrade now. But nope, this is a below 58. I feel like that rounding should always be rounding down. You know, a truncation of the value rather than a rounding of the value. So in the case of 57.8, just don't report the decimal place, just read out 57. Because that way, at worst case scenario, someone goes, I got a better weapon than I thought I was going to get. Damn you, DE. If there's anyone acting like that, slap them. Just, they deserve it at that point. But for everyone else, it would go, oh, hey, it's got an extra decimal place on that. That's a benefit. Yay. Oh well. In any case, it's not a 58%. Let's grab my existing Kivashaka, merge the two together. Valence Fusion. U. And do I keep the toxin or do I switch to magnetic? Keep the toxin. Why not? I don't care. I can change it later by forming it a few more times if I really care to. It's not a problem. But now that is a 60% Kivashaka. Which is why I was completely unconcerned about what 50age it was going to be, 57.5 or 58.0. I was always going to get it to 60. So that is good. Warframe's Field of Edge cases. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. You say you can understand leaning towards rules as written. I'm sorry, Linkstore, what do you mean by that? Because rules as written, I know as a term. It's used in tabletop a lot. The whole following the book versus rules as intended. Warframe is not such a game. If you ever need a reminder as to just how much it is not rules as written, you just need to process the Arkham Vitality mod and realise just how incorrect it is. About half of the words on this mod are incorrect. Warframe is not rules as written, and never has been. God, no. I think, wasn't it, if we have a look at Mirage on Eclipse, damage increase 588. No, it wasn't that one. What was the one? It was just to match him with. I'm sorry, Rhino. You're more than that to me. I promise. Oh yeah, no, they do have the same. Yeah. So on Rhino, Raw is rules as written, damage increase, and a %. And on Mirage, it is rules as written, damage increase, and a %. Is that how it works? It's not. Oh, it's really not as simple as that. Reminder D, change it so the 100% health was correct. When you say the, are you referencing the 100% on Arkham Vitality? Which, the original case of plus 440% was also correct, it's just you needed to know what it was adding to. And that, if anything, as much as they made it correct, they also changed the equation it was originally correct with. Well. You think you used the worst possible analogy for that context? Maybe, maybe. No, honestly, when it comes to things qualifying or not qualifying for interacting with certain things, I'm gonna be very honest with you. And DE, if anyone from DE happens to ever come across this, understand that this is from a position of love for the game, but also respect of what the game is. DE don't have a process of leaning one way or the other on compatibilities. They don't. There are things which interact with other things despite saying otherwise, and then there are things that don't interact despite saying the exact same thing. Perhaps the clearest example of this ever in the modern era is the difference between primary, Frostbite and primary Blight. Primary Blight on Toxin status effect gain crit damage and multi-shot. Primary Frostbite on Cold status effect gain crit damage and multi-shot. It is, aside from a slight difference in numbers, the same arcane for two different status effects. This one can stack up from Cold from other sources, this one stacks up from Toxin only from the primary. When it comes to compatibility and eligibility, nothing stands out more than two nearly identical arcanes having completely different use cases as a result as to how they can be triggered. Nothing stands out more to me than that one. Welcome back, Abyssal. So yeah. Rules is whatever the wiki says, 96% of the time. Why would they code those two differently? For all we know, they didn't. And whatever they're drawing on is instead treating Cold differently. For all we know. I don't have a good answer for you on that one. However, I can now go through my queue of weapons and see what do we need to 60 next. Heck is done. Brammer I don't really use, but that does need doing. I need a notepad. Brammer. Ooh, the Tsar's not done. Blimey. That's actually a surprise. Sobex, I can see they are functionally done, so I'm just going to leave that there. Hind. Again, not that I use it. Ogress is a 25%. Uh-oh. Encore, 31.2. Karak, yeah, I've kind of put off doing all of this. There's a 60% electric in the Holvania. Ooh, good to know. Which one is it? Let's do a... Oh, very similar bonuses. Kortak. Raccoon. I've done nearly none of these. And comb. Wow, okay. And that's just looking at the primaries. Oh, is 45 a reasonable amount for Redeemer Prime? Oh, it's very simple. Abyssal. You go to that. And you have a look what people are selling it there. And then use that to inform your decision. If you want to sell it very quickly, you can sell it just under what the cheapest online in-game is. If you instead are happy to wait for a trade whilst you're available, then you can set it towards the daily average and hope to catch the swing back up if indeed there is a swing to have. All the information you need is on that website right there. And most of the buyers that will be interested are also on that website. The new core. I didn't even finish the new core. Yeah, this is how much I wanted to engage with doing this more than just getting the weapons myself. Brack. Seer. Imagine if at a glance you could tell which ones were perfect. I wouldn't know, because I've only got a couple perfect anyway. Stubbers. Kraken is only a 25% because it's so bad. Shield egg? Oh my god. Golsaw? Nope. Okay, so just a casual 16 options. 16 options for what to move towards 60% next. Let's go ahead and run a triggering mission and see if I manage to get one of those 16 options on the first mission. We can make a prediction out of this. Will I get one of the 16 first try? Simple 1 minute prediction. There you go, chat. Make your prediction. Will I get one of the 16 first try? Have I checked the ephemeras? I really don't care for the ephemeras, I'm going to be honest with you. I really don't care for those. They're not a consistent drop rate, and it's cosmetic. I've got enough of them. Try to get them in the background. God, you're going to insist, aren't you, Dalen? You're going to insist. Alright. What ephemeras am I supposed to care about? Kuva. I have Pull, Trickster, Shockwave, Toxin. That is... I'm gonna guess that's radiation. It doesn't say. I think that's radiation, magnetic, impact, and toxins. Missing heat, cold, electric. Alright. I don't know why I thought that would work. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know why I thought that would work. But I didn't expect this. That went so wrong. Hey, you're asking why is Temple missing from Seeking Heat? I've got a better question for you. How come it shows me the Chroma and Ember I don't have, but not the Chroma Prime and Ember Prime I do have? Oh dear. Okay. I tried. You know, I thought I'd give the game some credit for a moment. The game did not want its credit. Alright, where's Ember? Ember isn't useful for much else these days. Might as well bring her for this. I use her so little I can't even find her. There she is. Alright, Ember. Got the Hellion Blue Flame upgrade. Very important to get. More damage to light units, I think. And it's Cassini. Let's go. I know it searches by description, I know. I know. I was just curious if D had implemented heat as a progenitor thing as well, but they haven't.
Happy hunting.
What weapons do I have at 60? Currently Sobek, Shaka, and Heck. Not very many. Hey. Out of my way, everyone. Running through. Capturing the, who are you again?
Excellent
Light flicker?
work.
Light
We'll
flicker!
interrogate the captive back at base. Your part is done here, Tenno.
I hope this is fast enough. Didn't have a lot of enemies in the open area there. Oh, they're all behind me. I might have been too slow, to be honest. Nope, not too slow. Thank goodness for that. I was beginning to get really concerned, not gonna lie. Kuva Carrick. That is indeed one I need. Yay! Will I get one first try? Yep. Obviously that's gonna happen.
You are Queen chosen soldier.
Ta-da! Let's get out of here.
Greatness.
Prediction complete. Those of you who guessed yes, of course you were correct. The odds were always in your favor. Those who guessed against me, how dare you? Streamer luck is a thing, don't you know? Bonk. And a little bit further. Stop using this frame. Wonderful, there we are. I charged my
Excellent
tower
work,
on
Tenno.
strike just in the extraction room. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Alright, let's see. What have we got? What do we got? What we got? What we got? What we got? Come on. Show me the good stuff.
You dressed me
Lig
in
up.
flame, little mate. We shall be the envy of the ball.
Lig up.
You and I.
So, Sarah, where did you meet your girlfriend? Oh, we met on the Lig app. Yeah, alright. I didn't mean to open this menu, whatever.
Gonna make me a sandwich. BRB.
And
forgive you
it's
for what
32%.
you did.
With a vein quirk. Okay. Alright, yeah. There's one hell of a back piece on it. Alright. Yeah, that is one of the liches of all time. Also, heat bonus weapon, immunity to heat. You know, it pays to be immune to your own stuff, honestly. That's just smart. You can just AoE the area and not have to worry about return fire. Although I think some of these might not be fire, but still. Yeah. We have a vein lig up, which, yeah, it really does write itself, doesn't it? Okay. Let's start murdering. Melissa just saying, I seriously wonder, what's stopping D from adding the extra decimal place so we know the actual bonus? Oh, it's really quite simple. Wrong thing again.
And now,
It's really quite simple. Nothing is stopping them. Nothing at all.
sound of silence.
The queens have ensured that
It's
I
just-
can play my game.
Yeah. Need a few more domestic drones there? Oh, Rex wreckage. Oh, Rex. Oh, Rex. Oh, how little you know. I have another couple hundred drones just sat here. They were lagging the place out. I had to pick them up. There's a lot of story behind that one. There's a lot of story behind it. But suffice to say, there is a reason for the curious naming convention of the two drone emotes on this channel. Those two right there.
lovely. Everything in its place.
Hello, Ligap. Ligap. I just... Alright, let's start clearing through, shall we? Let's open up a Women Exterminate. I'm going to change up my weapons at this point. Let's bring out something a little easier. Apparently it's already set to grenade mode. What weapon does the Lich have? This was the Karak. Not a great percent on it either. Yep, this will kill things. That's all I need. Haven't actually used the later much so far, but we're going to swap it out anyway. How often do I use a Gara's Gift? And then for the melee, well, a good old Inadem. Why not? That's our mix up there. I'm going to keep the companion the same, although... Just check, did I not have... Yeah, I didn't have Guardian on here. Okay, no wonder the issues are having on that hijack then. No wonder. Let's go. What the hell is that smile? Mind implosion. What is that? Ugh. And I thought the Mirrorlade one was unsettling. Okay, fine, I'll gather it. I'm stuck here, might as well. Ah, Ramprex. You are a silly weapon. You know, actually, if I'm going to be using the Amprex, I might even add on the reload weapon on doing a Mercy Kill perk. Just to make it where I can run a mission potentially on a single magazine. Technically. Like here, just burn up a bunch of ammo, get a whole bunch of kills, and then just go zup, 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 and I'll be back to 100. Instead, sadly, I am not, and a reload has begun. Oh, also yes, Companion Gobert. Now, I do realise that in order to kill this Lich in time today, I'm going to need to do it very quickly. Did I really get a 60%? I didn't get a 60% on this Lich. No, I have turned a weapon from not 60% into 60% today. But I didn't get a instant spawn 60 today. I think I did previously. Like in a historical one. But not today. In fact, I think the 60% I got was one that I ended up doing a giveaway of. I have a vague recollection of doing that. Getting a 60% coup village of some variety and selling it on... No, not... Well, trading it on someone. Also, yes, yeah, there is apparently a 60 over at Eleanor at the moment.
Everyone pays in my playground, one way or the other.
Hey! Not even 2.5 minutes of mission. Go along, move on, grab next. Let's take this thing down. Until I get distracted again. And apparently we have Austin Powers in chat here today. You okay there, Sea Rabbits? Seem to be having a little bit of a moment. What's I going to sort? I'm going to sort something important. What else I need to sort my powers on? Yes, Sea Rabbits, yes. Farce and Kra, there we go. There was something important I needed to sort. Well, can't be that important. I can't remember. It's something on my mind, and it's just completely gone. Battle Mod, that's what it was. Yes, thank you, Marcinos. Yes. I even opened up the Parazon, didn't even occur to me. That's how little I interact with this content. Yeah, so, let's see. Mercy kills reduce companion recovery. Let's take you off. We don't need that right now. And it is blood for ammo. Refill primary and secondary magazine 100%. Beautiful. I'm keeping the others. I like my Invisilabos. It's always fun.
We
Let's
received
go.
intel that somebody vital to enemy operations is here. Find them and capture them.
Nope, they died. Here we go. Oh, what the heck is going on here? Oh, that sounded horrible. Horrible. 49 ammo. Bloop, 100. And we got a relic. Oh, hi there. Grab. Yeah, get mauled by the Kubro, and you just heard this crunching snap. It's like, ooh.
Well done.
Stab to reload! That's stop spawning backwards. Damn it. It's against the contract. Come on, follow the script. Now, I do have to wonder. Just wondering aloud here. I'm not expecting any answers. Just wondering aloud. Do you know that a lot of people say this process takes too long? And Dee can probably see just how long it takes. A Kuvelich compared to the others is a process. On top of just how many weapons there are to get, and you can't even see what percentage you're going to be getting, so it really is a process. So given that, why haven't they changed the murmur acquisition values yet? Because I would assume that it is just... Oh, wow, I just found a rare crate. I would have to assume it's basically just values in a field somewhere. A multiplier that just needs to be changed from a... whatever they changed it to recently-ish, within the last couple of years, to whatever higher value we'd like it to be. Same as display thing? Well, yeah. That one might be because of the field used for the display is int, whereas they'd need to switch it over to be a truncated float or something. I don't know.
A little treat from my little meat. Thank you, darling.
Oh, 2 relics, actually. Nice. You fast track it with all? I mean, all is what I was using last time. It's just the actual spawning of the Lich. I ended up in a position where it was more sensible to not use the all at the end. But yes, it is very much a fast track thing. Speaking of, I don't have a all equipped at the moment, I think. No. And honestly, at the moment, it doesn't really matter, because from my understanding, you only get Requiems from the Lich for just attempting the stab. So it doesn't matter if it's all or not at the start there. I might as well just gamble on finding out one of them. There's always a chance to get a free reveal. A Requiem as well? You mean Requiem Ultimatum? Or something else you're on about?
Highly sensitive enemy information.
Toxin's not what I need here, but it's what I'm using, apparently. Oh, hold on. Did I? Wow. Oh, so, yeah, you aim in and you don't actually see it. Okay. All makes it slightly more likely to guess first. True. It does change it from a, what's it, 1 in 8 times 1 in 7 times 1 in 6 to just 1 in 8, 1 in 7. So 6 times more likely. It does make it 6 times more likely to one-tap it. 6 times as likely, I should say. 5 times more. I'm very aware, Lupin, yep. Did that before stream. Invisilavos for the win! Get stabbed, nerd. Don't want to be using heat just in case a lich spawns. Lich is immune to that. Why are you 120 meters backwards, sir? Nope. I said sir. Gravy say, honestly not that bad. Get the first 2 symbols and lot by time. Finish Earth. Then all with ultimatum have the Lich done next 10 minutes. So you're burning up your ultimatum, the one a week, to go through Earth in such a way that you are getting 2 of the symbols unlocked. And you need to know where they go. Otherwise you're burning yet another ultimatum to do second summoning. And possibly even a third. Tap. It's not a swifter process as you make out. And I don't think you can trade ultimatums, can you? And yeah, intentionally ignoring the Lich is also... It just slows down the missions. It's not the craziest thing, but it does slow it down. You have a stack of ultimatums? Damn, 64 ultimatums over there. Blimey. You also get ultimatum back when Lich is killed. No? No? Don't think you always do. Requiem ultimatum. Wasn't it a 25% drop rate? Yep, 25%. Yeah. So if you're spending 2 ultimatums on a return of 0.25, that's how that's shaken out. Oh, I've been spotted. There we go. Yeah, 64, a stack. What, you never played Minecraft? Yep. Ignore the Lich entirely until you have 2 symbols? I mean, alright, it's a choice. For me, I know that I'm going to be doing missions anyway, so what's the point of ignoring the Lich, which gives a bunch of murmurs? Whether I run a mission on Earth or on Mars, I'm running a mission. And if anything, moving it over from Earth to Mars, I could once again choose ideal missions rather than being forced into like mobile defense and interception missions, which is just yoink. If I wanted to expedite the process even further, I would hot swap to appropriate warframes for each mission. Like this would be a Wukong one, and I would stop using the Amprex at that point. Actually, no, probably stick with the Amprex and then swap over to a good secondary for the kills. Viral Blast for Torrid Incarnon? Both have their merits, honestly. Both have their merits. Viral will help you kill stronger targets, Blast will help you kill groups of targets. Torrid's already pretty good for groups, so Blast will be less effective, I would say, there. But honestly, both still will have their use cases and work. Yeah, if I swap this back to later, start thinking on Nice. Best farm in party of 4? Sure, yeah. But that's also finding a party of 4, which requires relying on others for it. Alright, Lavos is good enough for an exterminate, so no swap there, let's go.
There is a large platoon of Grenier Marines stationed here. Leave no one standing.
Melt a whole bunch. Go stab. You excavation interception first. Wait for other people. Doing them too. Giving around 1 quarter symbols on a row. Yeah, again, you're doing it in a group, so fair enough. More people, more stabs, more stuff. I am coming at this from more of a solo perspective. And again, those missions are also longer. But yeah, if it works for you, it works for you, really. Is public matchmaking? Yes, I am aware there is public matchmaking in this game and for those modes, yes. Also, Grumpy Drum, thank you very much for dropping your Prime here. Why has this died so far back? I didn't notice. Oh, wait, no. Oh, it's doing the spawn thing. Whatever, fuck off. I'm going this way. Not dealing with that. Forced a mission to advance, and they spawn in the side room. I saw that happen. They're not slick. Yeah, as mentioned about an hour and a half ago on stream, so you most likely weren't here for it. Going into public, yes, it is faster. Yes, other people will contribute to your own objective. That expedites the process. It also means other people are playing the mission for me, and very often you're going to get someone who just wants to speed through the mission. They absolutely thunderclap it, and you're like, oh, cool. Well, the game just played itself. That was fun. For a opposite definition of fun.
Now get to extraction.
I play Warframe for fun. And that is what I encourage 100% of the time. If it ain't fun, what are you doing? And fun for me is actually playing the missions, not just getting the reward out of it. No, that dictates a lot of my process. Alright, let's see. Not the Inception, because that can go do one. Sabotage, that's good enough. Is your favourite weapon? Amprex is a lovely weapon, yeah. I know we've had other beams since, which are superior in various ways. Torrid in particular stands out. Nope. Ow, I completely messed that up. I thought I'd cancel the ability and that just fell off the edge. Yeah. What was I saying? The Torrid eclipses it. We do also have Tenet Glaxion, which is basically just a cold Tenet Amprex. But they don't have the same zapping power sound to them. Cold, it's not the most engaging of sounds in the first place. And Torrid, it doesn't sound like it's one of the most powerful weapons in the game. It's, the power just kind of ends up happening. Come on. You just check if I'm up to date. That's fine. Alright, well. Fair enough. Given I can be out of date on some aspects, valid check. Alright. I'm dicking around a bit here. Let's focus in.
The mixer activates the toxin by combining it with a biocatalyst. Remove the biocatalyst to render the toxin harmless.
Oh, the number of times people have done this mission for anything other than the sabotage. It's all about the bite mod, right?
Now get to the injector.
Do we have another thrall anywhere? I might actually have to reload my weapon. Oh no. Oh, never mind.
The injector into overdrive to incinerate the
It's fine,
toxin.
I don't need to reload my weapon.
The injector is now in an unstable overdrive. Keep the Grineer away while
You'd
it
like a
melts
tenant
down.
version of this? Honestly, I think it would be a good candidate for an Incarnate upgrade. It's not a bad weapon, but it would still fit very nicely because so long as the Incarnate upgrade maintains, it's got to sound zappy and make it sound more powerful zappy. I don't want it to be some weak sauce little thing. No, 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 no. Power. Like, pull a Fenmore on it, turn it into a side-held heavy weapon, and make it a beam that hurts. A beam with some bass to it. You fire it, you wonder if you're actually safe on the other side of the computer, holding on to something of such electrical power. I want to hear the discharge of the most disgustingly oversized capacitors and power coils going into that thing. Not a mere. All the while, preferably still a beam. Hey, out we go.
A little treat from my little meat.
If I'm completely honest, the Burston, on a individual shot basis, the individual shots don't sound too great either. But what the Burston makes up for in its Incarnate form is just the absolute bullet hose of it. Just it is almost a beam weapon at that point. And so there it does claw back the apparent power aspect. Alright, fast we need in there. How's Lich Hunting going? It's going. It's going. Let's update the powers on. We're on to the second one now, Queen. Oh wait, yeah, I already have fast on there, so we just swap those around. Put it at the front, first thing to test. Easy peasy. If you stack enough fire rate, by the way, the later also becomes a bit of a beam weapon. Seeing that in full swing has certainly thrown off a few people before now. Ah, let's do lift defense, why not? It's been a while. Because when I'm full sending the Latum, I'll equip then the Warframe Arcane that gives you fire rate on secondaries. I'll have the fire rate from my companion, and if I have a fire rate boosting Warframe as well, it gets absolutely disgusting fire rate. And I love it. Alright, this is probably not a great mission to have a Lich potentially spawn on, but oh well. Stab. Oh, I didn't maintain the momentum. Oh shit. No! The defense objective!
Every lash, every wound.
Alright, you're not Lich. Where's the Lich? Has the Lich spawned downstairs?
Armor
They have, okay.
polished, presentation impeccable. I am the very vision of a modern major murderer.
Oh, well played, voice actor, well played. Darn, fast is not on the front.
Blood, the death, all for you, my queen. It was all for you.
We're now at 1.5 murmur understood. There we go. More spawns. Hello, have you heard about our Lord and Saviour Zap? Oh. Alright, chill out. That is always satisfying. Point one enemy, the others die in solidarity. Always satisfying. That one die from that AoE? It might have. It's not moving. I think I killed that one. Yep. Through the floor by hitting the corpse of the enemy that it triggered the spawn from. Ah, you gotta love a good chaining weapon. Who needs a line of sight anyway? What's my favourite secondary? Honestly, Latham. I do love a good, powerful weapon, and the Latham. I don't know what DE was smoking when they made that gun, but then they added secondary innovate, and that's it. It went from S tier to there was a tier system. I'm sorry, I couldn't see the rest of you there. Absolutely godly. And we love that. And as much as it's an AoE, it's not a big bomber weapon, so there's still at least a little bit of actual aiming involved. But yeah.
We're done here. The extraction team
Ta-da!
will take over from here. Time to evacuate.
To say I'm using Lavos Amprex, a 3-minute defense including a Kuvelich spawn, I think that's actually pretty damn good. That is beautiful. Would I like to see an optical incarnate? Honestly, couldn't be first for it.
Can you see me?
Not my one of interest.
You're much closer now.
Maybe if they did something incredible with it, maybe. But it's not the first weapon that jumps to mind, which probably means it's a good one to add an incarnate to, actually. If it's a weapon I don't care for, make me care for it. That could work. Okay, let's update the Parazon before I do anything stupid. Quality of life upgrade. Every time you complete a mission where you stabbed your Kuvelich or learned new Requiem, it force sends you to the Parazon in your arsenal. Just, if nothing else, a reminder. Oh, by the way, do that. That would be a nice little bit of QOL. It might seem obvious. Duh, go fix your Parazon. I'm sure most of us have been there. Most of us have been there. You've done a thing in a mission where you need to update your Parazon, but then the rest of the mission happened. And then you forget. Not whatever's going on over there. Yeah, spy, why not? You like the Epitaph? Oh yeah, Epitaph is a lovely secondary as well. Absolutely.
To get inside enemy data vaults and retrieve crucial intelligence data.
Alright. Spying! Zap. I put electricity onto my electricity gun. The Zorus would be proud. Gotta remember, kills trigger thrall spawns. I think they have an effect as well on hound spawns for Sisters of Paros. But it's far less relevant when it comes to the there we go. To the Kuvelich. There you're just kinda going through the missions. Let's go find a Vault 1. Or A, Alpha, Zap, Zap, Zap. If you say Zap, it works. Even when it doesn't, it works. Hello, hello, there's another Thrall waiting to be electrocuted. Although really they're only electroshocked because their death was by stabbing. That's a fun one people mess up all the time. Oh yeah, my friend got electrocuted. Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh yeah, he was in the hospital for 2 days. Oh, so he didn't die then? What? Executed by electricity, electrocuted. Nah. Let's get out of here, on to next. Any more thralls for me? Probably not, because I've been stabbing nothing for a second. Well, stabbing consoles. You there. Spawn me a thrall. You? Darn. It's roughly every 15 enemies, if I recall, so probably got a few kills to go. Ah, do it right. I was considering for a second just kind of walking through that and just setting off the timer. No, I will do it right. I'll do it right. There we go. See? Hacked. And then we trigger things. Jolted? Jolted is more of a physical shake. No, it is... You get shocked. Electroshocked if you wish, but otherwise just shocked. Electroshock sounds like you kind of like last millennium. These brand new, brown-fangled electroshocks that can happen. Where's the frickin'... Where are you? It zapped me and vanished. Also, why is this here? Why are you so far away? Zapped works, although it doesn't give quite the same impression of severity. I get zapped by a static discharge if I've been wearing socks about slippers for too long and anything else. Alright, let's get out of this one.
Everyone pays in my playground, one way or the other.
Shocked all sounds like static? Yeah, fair enough. But yeah. Electrocution to electrocute, it's all about the death of it. But it's been used so much to mean just was zapped. Technically it now also means just getting zapped. It has been misused for long enough that that is now the use. That happens to language. That do be a thing that language do. If we can verb verbs and noun nouns.
This is a rescue mission.
And verb nouns and noun
Find
verbs.
and liberate the hostage before any harm comes to them.
Then really, a word is just wording the way you word it to. Ultimately, it's all just a means of communication. And if people know what you're on about, then fair enough. Now, if your friend who's an electrician says his buddy at work got electrocuted, yeah,
Find the captain as soon as you
that's
can.
when you start
Have
shopping
much time.
I'm sorry for your lost cards. That's... Bro, decide what side of the rock you're on. Don't phase through it. Who the hell do you think you are, stupid grenadier? Yeah. Electrocute the group. There we are. Let's see. Hello, you're down there, I'm up here. Let's fix that for both of us. Now I'm down here, and you're up there in the heavens. Got another online, please?
I thought I was gonna die in there. Thank you.
Alright, nope. Ah, I failed the jump. How did I fail that jump? That's stupid. Exit through here. Yep. Up there. That's just going to obliterate them all for a bit. Yeah, can the grenade just leave the top door unlocked? Yeah, it's a weird one. Like, why is that door even there? Not just why is it open, why is it there? How impromptu is this prison cell? And stab. The complete kill of the momentum. Absolutely ruined that jump.
Say you could play here. Now give me that.
What, the salvage? Yeah, sure, have it. You know, with a stab there. We're just that powerful. We bring a guy to 1 hit point from death, bullet jump away from them, somehow still not killing them, and then we just immediately lose all momentum, stab the air, and then remember that gravity is a thing. Such is the beauty of Warframe. Anyway, let's keep stabbing. Which weapon we're farming for? This one happened to roll us a Kuvakarik. So, fingers crossed that we'll... Well, there's nothing to cross our fingers on. We already know what we're going to get. It's no ephemera, and it's not a 60%. And my current character will not get to 60 either. So this is just process. 1 to 2 hours of process. Yo, who's over here? It's a boy to stab. To stab. Carrick. Zito. Carrick. Not carrot. I know I may be British. I know what all the memes are, but I do pronounce my T. I am quite fond of my T. Have you not seen my logo? Should be a surprise to none of you. Stab. You're 60% ephemera Brahma. Ooh. Ooh. But you accidentally took another lich before trading it. Another... Huh? What is it? No, it's either you converted it or you didn't. What? It won't make other sense. Alright. I think we can reasonably expect the lich to spawn on the next mission. I realise there's something I should have done with the Parazon. I'd say better than 50-50 odds.
From my little meat. Thank you, darling.
What Kuva weapon should you try to get next? It's got Sobek. Don't know which to get. I mean, if you've got the Sobek, why not grab yourself a secondary and go for the Kuva Nuka? Although, to be quite honest, rabbits, if you've only got one weapon, why single out a specific one? Whatever pops up, grab it. Unless one that pops up that you look at and you go, no, I don't want that. Grab it. Oh, you can't trade for now. Okay, buried the lead on that one. Buried the lead. So yeah, once you've cleared your current adversary, you can still trade the one you had. Alright. Fair enough. Little bit of a difference in context there. A little good. Oh hey, 200 million credits. Neat. Yeah, so what I was going to do, Kra is on the front because we know it is not fast. Is it Kra? We don't know it's Kra. It's just one to test. But then at this point, I might as well have the Ul on the end, because if it turns out it is Kra, then this guarantees completion. Which target to select? Crit chance, fire rate, crit damage, or crit damage, crit chance, and damage? The mag doesn't really matter that much because you'll be in Incarnate mode more than anything, so the right one with the minus mag. Minus 51% mag honestly shouldn't be the end of the world. It charges so fast! And to have the better crits as a result is hella worth it. Whereas pure damage as a stat, that's not a good trade for the fire rate. In my opinion, I'll be honest. Yeah, alright. Wow, we did that so quick it didn't even tick off the exterminate. Well, let's go do it again then. You want me to keep coming back and murdering that one spot? I'll keep murdering. Wouldn't all first make sense to confirm location? It would confirm the location of the mod I'm testing in the second. You're right.
There is a large platoon of Grineer
You're right there, yeah.
stationed here.
Oh well.
Leave no one standing.
A micro optimization I could have done. You broke Amir in his new area. Don't do that. Amir's going through enough as it is. Don't do that. Poor Poppet. Nearly full on the murmurs. You will reveal the next one. On the off chance that the Lich doesn't spawn here, which I feel like it's June, but on the off chance, we'll now know more. Stab! There's an Aura for annoying Amir. What? Sorry, what an Aura is this one? What objective? How long is Nora on holiday for? Until DE invite her back. No fixed time. She's on a sabbatical. And to be honest, she might be enjoying the rest.
You have broken their ranks and
Okay,
they're on the
quite
run.
surprising. No
Another
Lich.
successful mission. Find extraction.
Honestly, it felt like it was time, but maybe because it was a repeat mission.
I didn't say you could play here. Now,
Teeny
give
tiny
me
bit of
that.
progress to Murmur 3. Oh, sorry, Requiem 3. We don't really care about that too much. But yeah, let's re-optimize that Parazon, because absolute right shout. These should be the other way around. We now also know that Loke is involved, so if we go like this, if Fass is in the second slot and Loke is in the third slot, then it's a win. This at the very... Actually, it doesn't really matter now, does it? Yeah, now no, two of them. It actually doesn't matter where I put this. So long as that's not on the front, we get our answers. When I didn't know it was Loke, there was a risk of hitting the other one, whatever it is, on the front and getting no information other than it's just not that one. But yeah, now it's this. So it could be this orientation. It could be this. It could be this. So whatever I choose of those three, which back to the good old 1 and 3. Fingers crossed.
Everything in its place.
Let's go do the capture. Capture should be a nice quick one. Will it spawn the Lich? I know one way to find out.
You are here to find our target and bring them to the extraction point.
Valence formation is triggered. Electricity is burning. Stab. Oof. Not sure if that is the most efficient way of using a stabbing weapon, but it worked. Now, Lotus.
Success. The captive is safely in our hands. Congratulations, Tenno.
No change of objective. Good. No, Honore is booking him with the bell. Oh. 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 Oh, that's horrible. Why would they do that to him? The poor man. The poor man. D, you are cruel. Cruel to your characters. Which gun? I'm currently working on the Kuva Carrack. Why? Because it's the one that popped up. And this one won't even get to 60% because of the way it rolled. I will get, I think, like 39% from it. which is really just not good. There's a reason I have put this off so hard, because the amount of effort you put in for a 10% increase of a bonus sometimes, which bonus is itself a fraction of your overall damage, so you're doing it for like a few percent damage increase. Not a status increase, not a crit increase, just a few percent damage increase. It's almost pointless. I'm going to be very honest with you. It is almost pointless to do. And I am astounded as to the number of people that have not only full 60% arsenals, but the number of people who are getting themselves full 60% of multiple elements before the Elemental Vice was introduced. It's like, damn, okay, that is some dedication right there. Also, Lich, hello? Are we not friends?
Everyone pays in my playground, one way or the other.
One must imagine Sisyphus re-rolling RNG. Sisyphus is going for the ephemera. At least with weapons, you always make a little bit of progress until you reach the max. Ephemeras, if you don't get it, try the next one. Oh, you didn't get it? Try the next one. Oh, you didn't get it? Try the next one. From Kangle, have right now a 60% Cuvacia magnetic without ephemera. Should I get it or sell it to other players? Well, it depends. Do you want to have a 60% magnetic Cuvacia? Or do you want a little bit of platinum? Without an ephemera, it'll be less platinum, but it's still a 60% Cuvacia right off the bat. You'll need to go through the effort of actually selling it, and then no doubt go through the effort of getting a new Cuvacia for yourself, which may not be 60%. Given that you're even considering keeping it, it sounds like you are still missing that yourself. What is worth more to you? For me personally, if I was looking for a 60% weapon,
There is a large platoon
one that I didn't already have, and I rolled a 60%,
no one standing.
if I were not a live streamer, I would then keep that. As a live streamer, I have given such away before now because, frankly, it's just more interesting that way. There is the greater objective. And if you feel like being generous and handing it to someone else, or if you feel that trading is somehow, I don't know, a community service, then you may find other value in that there, but largely, you know how it goes. Also, this is Exterminate. Let's not leave some Grenadier on the Corpus ice level here. Stab! I do find it interesting that with all of the RNG in Warframe, and many parts of it unfettered RNG, there is no mitigation. With all of that, there was then... Was it the Vidaria with the... Yeah, Vidaria Prime with the lightning that comes down on shooting some enemies? I think it was Vidaria Prime. The one that can sometimes zap once, sometimes zap twice, sometimes zap 3 times. And the thing is that you'll never go a long time without it triggering. Never. It has a chance to trigger, but it's not a pure chance to trigger. If it fails a few times, the next shot will trigger it. Of all the things to get bad luck mitigation, they put it onto a gun.
I forgive you for what you did.
Just... I can see the benefits, but at the same time it's like, okay, so you do know how to do it without people asking for it.
Provide a lesson in
Alright.
personal style, little meat. You don't have to die shabby.
I don't know what you're on about, but I'm going to stab you now. Oh, wow. What the... Wait, what?
Armor
Hello?
polished,
Hello?
presentation impeccable. I am the very vision of a modern major murderer.
What exactly is going on here? I'm fairly certain that's not what's supposed to happen. I'm glad I had the right sequence, but I'm fairly certain that's not supposed to happen. Not the weirdest bug I've had recently. I did somehow blow up a cruise ship with Shatterburst. As in, it had hit points and then it didn't. It vanished. It died. Very quickly. But that was still very odd.
You have broken their ranks and they are on the run.
Just,
Another successful
I don't need to
mission.
stab you.
Find extraction.
But I'm going to. Hi, Surge Xmas. Those Surge Xmas are really weird. Not gonna lie, they're really weird opponents.
Another job well executed.
There we are. From King Among Thieves, what system in Warframe do you think needs a revision? Sorry, what system in Warframe do you think needs a revision from DE? Circuit and Canon Axis. That's going to be my big one, because of just how long it is between accesses. There are a number of things in this game which are such poor rewards that no one really cares. It takes a long time for them to come around. But Incarnans are not that. Yeah, there's a few event items where you're like, meh, whatever. Exodia Contagion, a little bit more annoying, but I think that's tradable. I'm gonna double check. I'm fairly certain. Exodia Contagion. Yeah, Exodia Contagion is tradable, so as annoying as it is, you can get it. Same is true with Prime parts for Prime weapons and Warframes. So, sure, if it goes out of rotation, you can still get it from others. It's not the greatest way of handling it, but I get it. Incarnants, not a choice. And yeah, they did say, or at least they hinted at... Oops, sorry, I hit the microphone. They did hint that they were going to do something about it, or they were looking at doing something about it. But here's the thing. They currently haven't. And the original design demonstrated there'll be an issue, demonstrated the issue would get worse over time, if indeed the content was maintained with new Incarnants, and even on its release had people burning out. So the solutions were either don't put stuff there and just let it be a source of a curiously limited number of Incarnants as time goes on, or continue to add stuff there and then go, this track is called His Light. It is from Perita Rebellion. That one right there. Yeah, we couldn't use the in-game for it. On the surface of it, technically, the circuit isn't that long to do. And for those who enjoy it, they're like, oh, it's not that bad of an issue. But, like, first of all, okay, cool. Dread, Despair, Hate, Cyber, Zylok. If this was my first introduction to Incarnants on this week, anything that was last week, I'm now waiting for a very long time to come around. For these, if I went, oh, well, I want that one, and that one, and that one. Nope, you can have two. Oh. So when do I get the others? Is that next week? No. Months away. Oh. Okay, well, people talk mad shit about these two, so sure, I guess. Hate Incarnate Genesis rank 10. What do I need for rank 10? And this so-called rookie smart enough to use the wiki. They look the wiki, they pop them down. Alright, the circuit, Right then, to get to tier 10, second Incarnate Genesis takes a minimum of 33 rounds. On the surface of it, if it's 5 minutes a round, it's not really 5 minutes a round sometimes, you can do some of them quicker, but say it's 5 minutes a round, 33 rounds is still 165 minutes to get your pair of Incarnate Genesis. And if you don't complete it in that week, your progress gets reset. So if you got to rank 9, sorry, tier 9, wave level 9, was it? Yeah, tier 9. Well, then you just miss out on all the progress towards Hade. It's just gone. A lot of that time is spent at level cap. True, there's also that, yes. And if you try to do it in a public group, you can run into issues with people dropping out, and then you haven't got a full squad to help support you go through it. And never mind what random gear you might have, so you might need to do some resetting and reloading and hoping for the best. Not all loadouts are equal, but you still want to make your progress. And someone who's starting on the 5 million Incarnates, they might not have the most powerful individual items to contribute to it, so they're using stock loadouts for various bits, and yeah. That is an area where I feel the design of it has a lot of sticking points. From top to bottom, sticking points. Before you even get in there, they had to add in this. This, if I recall, was not there originally to show what are you actually about to find when you enter the cave. What are your options? They had to add that in. We're now stuck with the system of whilst you're picking your stuff, it's also the start of the mission. So if one person is taking a while, or they've taken a while to load in, everyone else is like, well, we kind of want to get going. Rather than grab your stuff, select, go through your choices, decide what mod you want to use, understand what you're looking at, grab your plants, dress up your Kaith, dress up your Drifter, sort your intrinsics, and then enter into matchmaking. Very odd decision there. The fact that the circuit is the same few missions on repeat, a literal repeat, in the same dreary environment. It's not even a visually impressive environment, it is dreary. Where you're not going to anywhere, you are pretty much running in circles. And I get the theme of it, that literally being in a loop, in a dreary loop on repeat, that's the whole point. I get it. Doesn't mean I want to experience that. Been there, done that. Believe you me, I seen the darker end of mental health. No, thank you. So yeah, when you stack that all together and then add on that do it this week or it's not going to be available for months. Oof. That's a lot. There's a lot of design choices there that I certainly wouldn't have made. If it was passed to me for review, I'd go, so when a player's supposed to be happy about this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one? Well, sorry to hear that, Infamous, but at the same time, glad you've got things to help with it. Let's go kill a lich, shall we? Cool the Lich confrontation. It's a nice quick run through on this one, as it was very fortunate we did hit that 1 in 3 on Mars. 2-planet takedown. Which, if I recall, also makes it worse to convert into a Railjack crew.
I suppose there is a time for everything.
Instead of being bad, it's
Even
extra bad.
this. So be it.
I know, right, Marcios, yeah? They followed the script. They followed the script. It's all on time. There we go. Target is found. Let's put a hole in the hole.
Bogies closing in. We have company. Premier cruise ship on scope.
Another thing I'll add on Descendia, which I don't know it's been mentioned so far, versus Circuit. If you want to farm growth, you don't need to go through all 21 waves every single time you want to redo it. Even though there is a weekly lock on some of the rewards there, you just jump straight down to floor 21. Just keep doing it. You want to keep that fight going? Go fight it. Ah. Dome charges, why you betray me like this?
On the run. Cruise ship has gone bye-bye.
There we are. You're forced into Nekamech and insta-killed? Ah, maybe module Nekamech then, you know? About time. Shit. He's behind a rock. Ooh, just about managed to get the angle there.
Cruise ship down. That
Let's go board the galleon.
space. Crew, I need volunteers to board that galleon and kill its captain.
You surprised to hear some people don't like Descendia? Yeah. That's the way things are with these. Some people like stuff, some people don't. Everyone is welcome to have their opinion, so long as we make clear when we're expressing an opinion. Certainly if it is opinion based on nothing but vibes. Everyone's welcome to their opinion. If you don't like something, you don't like it. So long as it isn't due to problematic reasons, we're good.
Dropping Tenno out of airlock.
Well, that's a bit reductive, Boodle Green, but fair enough. Thank you for sharing your opinion.
The system won't be the same without you.
Vibe is valid?
You
To an extent.
really
To an
cannot
extent.
Keep interfering like this. You know I have to stop you. Armor polished, presentation impeccable.
That was a jump scare. I looked at chat, looked back to boom. Alright, lig up.
This fight won't be like the last time. I can promise you that.
Oh yeah, I'll promise you it too, because last time you got away.
Allow me to provide a lesson in personal style.
You are down to
little mate.
1% health, how dare you?
Shabby.
Absolute melon. Alright, time to get this bold freak out of here. Vanquish! There we are. Yeah, I would agree. The modifiers in Descendia can be a bit much sometimes. The number of Xmas that can turn up. You're like, well, screw my crowd control. Or the why am I still killing stuff? Or if you go to Leon, and Leon's like, here, do you want to ruin your build or ruin your build? You know,
Closing mission. Crew,
thanks, Leon.
avail
Always a pleasure to meet
yourselves
you.
up to, but no more than 5 minutes downtime.
Yeah. Nothing's perfect. Alright. That is Dead Lich. That is a very Dead Lich. No luck for Nuclear yet? Ooh. Sea Rabbits, just double checking. You are completing the mission when you find out it's not the weapon you want, right? Just want to make sure. Good. Okay, cool. All fine then. Lig up Kuva Nukor. Kuva Carrick, not Nukor. Sorry. I had that on the mind from Sea Rabbits. There we are. I was going to say, now I can valence it or save it. Given that one is a 30-odd% and that the existing one is a... Oh, 29.3. Yeah. That's getting held. That could just sit in the foundry till I'm ready. We go adversaries, Kuvelich. One just done. Lig up. Yeah, 32%. Absolutely not worth combining at the moment because that'll give me a 35. It's just not worth it. Might as well just hold and wait. It's a little rough, having just spent, what, about 1.5 hours earning a, about a 4-point increase in damage. That's, let's see. It was going up to 35. Okay, it's more than 4 point, but going up to 35 from 29.3. Yeah, oh, wow, actually, yeah. A 4.4% increase. Not in crits, not in status, not in fire rate, not in multi shot. Not even in clear times. It is a 4.4% damage increase. For a single gun that I barely use. How about we do a platinum giveaway? Yeah, I think that's a much better choice. Let's get rid of the background music from there now. We don't need that anymore. What happens if you don't complete the mission? Then you don't take the item out of the pool. So say you ran through and up it pops and goes, here, have a coup behind. You're like, I don't want a coup behind. And you quit. Coup behind is still in the pool of items then that can appear. And you don't want that to happen. You don't want to see another coup behind. You want to see the correct next weapon, hopefully. Right, let's do a good old 75 platinum giveaway. Gonna give you all a couple minutes to enter in on that, and it's a very simple thing to do. All you need to do is type in !enter into the chat, and you'll be in for a chance to win that plat. Yes, indeed. And if you would like to change up your appearance to look a little snazzier, use !avatar to have a look at the various avatars you too could pick from as well. The default is, of course, Lavos Prime, and what more do you need in life than Lavos Prime? But if you would like to change things, !avatar, you can have a look at all the options you can switch to there. Absolutely. We've got a couple more will be added in for Wednesday stream going forward. Those I do need to add in on Monday. I'll get around to that. Either Monday or Tuesday. Either way, it's before Wednesday. And yes. Yeah, there's a few of you who've used the command. You can see the bots responded there. You can all use the same link. It's fine. !enter to enter the giveaway. Click on the bot link that's there if you want to have a look as to what the options are for switching avatars. Any VIP and subscriber on the channel can switch over their cosmetic appearance as they so see fit. And you can do it on any of the streams freely. There's no cooldown on it. If you go, oh yeah, let me try that a while, you see it slide on, you go, I've changed my mind. You just change to another one. And it's fine. Even if your sub runs out, you keep the cosmetic you've chosen. Until you change it again, of course. Oh, I missed the button there. I didn't even realise that pop-up. Twitch, I think, has just started an ad for a few people. So I'm going to wait for Twitch to say the ads are over, and then we'll do the draw. Ads on an extra 30 seconds. You lucky lot. Get a little bit more of me rambling away here. Olivolt! You could have yourself Volt, good pick. Olivolt, going for Volt, makes sense. You could have yourself that appearance there. Just need to be a VIP or subscriber. I'm presuming VIP is a little further away than subscriber. Is there a cooldown on the add button? In terms of preventing ads from happening, I can only do it 3 times per stream, and it only delays it by 5 minutes. So I could do it a little bit for very important moments. But otherwise, if I do it just randomly, it doesn't really help out anyone in the end. Also, when I do a delay like that, I think it turns on pre-rolls because I've got it set to the minimum ads to avoid pre-rolls. So as soon as I delay one, people joining in might still get ads anyway. It's kind of ironic. Oh, do I have the ability to permanently run ads? Ah, not quite. Someone else did try that out. A streamer news reporter, I suppose, is the best way of putting him, by the name of Zach Bussey. He got his community to try it out, and he was able to get ads to around about 45% uptime, I think. It was a lot of ads. It was a lot of ads. They then ceased doing that. Yeah. Alright, everyone should be back from the ads now, so let's see who's going to be our winner. Only one of you. Who is going to defeat the fragmented one this time? Well, it's not going to be Death Scholar. I just saw that cape get obliterated. Frame and all there. Aegir also taken out of the running. Simrin never had a chance. Rex Wreckage turned into Wreckage. Aliu probably should have been firing a gun rather than just throwing their hands up at it. That's not going to work. Ronald Weasley, what are you doing amongst the muggles? Nope, our winner is actually Ruxton.
Excellent work, Tenno. The extraction point is up ahead.
Ruxton, congratulations, you are our winner today of the Platinum giveaway, but we don't have your details on record. So, Ruxton, if you could please pop !IGN along with your Warframe platform and username. That order, platform and username. That way we know where we're sending it over to. D will have that sent out to you within 2 weeks. So, !IGN, followed by your platform and username. Just those 2 bits all in one message, and we'll know where we're sending it. Congratulations there, Ruxton. You've set your platform as your username. Sorry, Ruxton, could you resend that one? The other way around, please. Just the other way around. The reason it's that way around is because of Xbox. It is entirely because of Xbox. Because on Xbox, people can put a space in their username. And so I needed the very first one to be platform, because it's always just one word. PC, PS4, Xbox, Switch, mobile, whatever. And then the rest is all username. There we are. Ruxton's got it sorted now. Perfect. So yeah, within 2 weeks, Ruxton, there's nothing more you need to do now. That'll drop into your inbox. You'll see a lovely message there from the DE community team sending you your platinum. Look forward to that. And to everyone, Ruxton and otherwise in the chat here today, thank you very much for joining in on the stream. We've taken out 2 Kubiliches. The one who laughed at me earlier today as I was loading up ready for stream. And the one we grabbed later on, Lig App. So for those of you who do Lig App, be warned, the Amprex is very lethal to you. So on that wonderful bombshell, we're going to wrap it up. I will see you again on Wednesday for some more good old Warframe. In the meantime, have a good start to your week. I hope there's no more people absolutely melting in the heat. I need to find out just how hot it is in my bedroom now. I'll catch y'all later. Bye-bye.